I am your first drama emperor, Devious Dave Rose, and welcome back to the War Chamber. As always, we are on a war footing here, currently undergoing Drama War 2. And as always, I shall start off by showing my gratitude and appreciation for all those that have chosen to spend their time with us here today. We have It's the Costanza, the man with two first names, Nikki Nines, Danimal, Irish Dave, Travis TLC, and I'm sure many, many more will be filtering in. Now it's a hot day here in the country, feeling like 93, and is it feeling muggy? But there are things that must be done. War does not wait. There's Jay Diz in the chat. And, excuse me, and as Seaman so eloquently put it yesterday, the last week has been filled with magical joy, just like Christmas. So much has been offered, and so much to be experienced. And a lot of stuff has come about, so we've got a lot to go through. So let's start. So, as you may know, I was streaming yesterday, and apparently Scott went on to Sean's View show, his wrestling review. Bullfrog was there, and apparently they were having it out. Now, Seaman laid it out bare the other day that obviously something smells very fishy, and the way that it seems to be coming together, many people have already said, is that it's very clear that YR is working in the background, working with Sean. Sean knows exactly what, the history and all this stuff, and he sees this as a potential to utilize it for his advantage. Very underhanded, very disgusting. Typical of a fucking cuck Bostonian bitch who basically just, rolled over and let his child's mother's new boyfriend fucking tell him he's the new daddy. I mean, the guy's a big fucking pussy. Fits perfectly. Those people fit perfectly with them. YR, again, greasy, dirty motherfucker. You got SC Steve, who's, again, a very malicious, greasy, disgusting, evil piece of shit. You got Bullfrog over there, too, loving the attention. And obviously you've got Sean's View and his little yes man there. The guy who looks like Jules from Pulp Fiction. And you can tell that boy ain't right. You look in his eyes, you can see there's something wrong with him. And, well, we know about that, but you didn't know about this. I woke up to this morning. These messages from Bullfrog. Trigger warning, messages from Bullfrog. So, lots of repetition, a lot of stupidity, and a lot of hypocrisy.
Hey, yo, Dave, it's the Bullfroggy. Hey, Dave, last night when I was on Sean's View show, good old Scunty somehow got on the call last night, and I had to scare off Scott last night, and I told Scott, I said, if you don't get off this call, I'm gonna have to call your daddy, Dave Rose. I'm like, don't maybe get my brother Dave Rose.
I'm not your brother, I'm not your friend, and I'm certainly not his daddy.
On the call here, he'll lay the smackdown on you. He'll take.
You want to know how he got in there? How about you ask Sean's View, you dumb fuck? How about you ask YR, who's clearly still sitting there? He's working the background. He's getting pulled in and out, just like fucking Bullfrog, just like Tony, just like that black guy, his number one guy. They're all popping in and out. They're all talking in the background. They're all fucking doing that shit. They know exactly what the fuck is happening. If you want anyone, to ask about that, ask Sean's View.
Take you down to Chinatown. I'm like, don't maybe get my buddy Dave here and...
Let's get this clear. I am not your friend. Do not call me your friend. Do not call me your buddy, your pal. Don't fucking... I told you before, do not assume. This is again, there's so many times where fucking you've said, oh, well, fight my battles for him. I'm like, who the fuck are you to even fucking have that presumptuous attitude? Oh, I can't find them themselves. Well, then you shouldn't have fucking flapped your mouth. We're not friends, Bullfrog.
I'm like, don't make me call your daddy, Dave Rose. Like, bro, Dave, check this out.
There's more.
Like, check this out, Dave. Like, Scott was all liquored up, bro. Scott was milking the fucking liquor bottle like it was a freaking baby bottle. Like, he was sucking it down like a freaking like a popsicle. Like, he was like he. There was one time like he was even wolfing the alcohol like it was water. Like, he was
Or like soda pop.
lit last night, and then I told Sean, I said, Sean, I'm like, kick this guy off the call. This I told the truth about Scott on Sean's View show. I said, Sean, I said, this guy, he's a criminal. He threatens families. He's made malicious acts against towards people, and he's threatened people in the community. So I warned Sean about that, and the moment I told Sean that, he kicked him off the call. So somehow Scott got on the call last night with us. So, but yeah, it would have crossed my mind the if you know what I'm talking about, on how old Scunty got on the call, behind the scenes work, if you know what I mean. Uh, it would have crossed my mind if somehow Scunty was told by the Toad to get on the show. We'll call it Toad. If you know what I mean, like. You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't. I
I
don't speak
told Sean,
faggot.
I said, like, get this guy off the call. Like, this guy is a criminal. And I was like, don't make me get your daddy, Dave Rose, on the call here. Don't make me get your daddy here. So I did the right thing, Dave Rose. I did the right thing.
No, you didn't.
But yeah, Dave, Scott, he was all liquored up. He was sucking on that bottle like it was a freaking baby bottle.
He
Uh,
said that.
and then he kept triggering me and Sean and all this weird shit, bro. You're gonna have to review Sean's View channel, Leslie. You're gonna have to review it on your Drama Emperor show if you get all these voicemails. Because Scott, he was all liquored up, dude. Like, he was like, Scott was like, and then Scunty was like, he was like, I told him, like, I said, Scott, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're a fake, Scott. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't make me call your daddy Dave
Shut
on
up.
you.
Shut up. Let's see here. Oh, interesting. I think I already got this there, bud. But regardless, little birdie sent something to me. But I suspect this is something that I was going to look at regardless. Yeah, it was. So yeah, so that's what Bullfrog's referring to. Now, let's hear exactly that video with Sean's View. The video aired yesterday, 16 hours ago, called the YWC Invitation Number One. So in just a moment, Sean will actually connect, or Scott will actually connect.
Back like, what's that hole doing in the wall? Oh,
Yeah.
Bullfrog got mad and threw him through the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like squash him like a pancake through it.
And there's Scott right now, and he's just chugging away at that looks like rum bottle.
Yeah, through the apartment window.
Yeah, it's Cap Morgan's. So obviously you're projecting because I don't drink. First of all, I don't drink rum, and if I were, it certainly wouldn't be Captain Morgan. I mean, come on, like get something a little classier. Okay, so his volume is extremely low. I can't boost this. I'll put the link in the chat. You're gonna hear a little bit. No, Jay, that was 4 different messages. There's the link in the chat, and you might actually be able to hear some things, but I can't boost this anymore without. Like, actually, there's no way I can boost this anymore. So you might hear some stuff, but there is some stuff later that you will hear that's going to be clear. So just and also you're going to hear Bullfrog's interaction, his little tantrum that he has here. We're going to hear basically what, what he just referred to in those voicemails to see if it actually matches up. Come on, play it.
Oh my God! Somebody get him out of here! Get him out of here! Dude, get him out of here! Sean, get this. Somebody help!
Now the black guy just connected again.
Get out of here, man. What are you doing here? You cut me.
You guys let him in, dummies. Stop pretending to be smart, because you're not. Stop pretending that you're not aware of the situation. You're using Streamlabs. You're controlling this shit, dummy.
Yeah, just to do that, really?
Get this guy out of here. Get him out of here. Get this.
All right. Okay, hold on. What do you want, dude? What do you want?
Dude, this guy, he's a criminal. Get him out of here. Oh my God, get this guy out of here. Get him out of here. He's banned.
This doesn't sound like you saying that you're going to call me.
From YouTube.
No, let him speak. I want to hear what he has to say.
No, dude.
I want to hear what he has to say. What is your beef, man? What is your beef?
You're a fucking Uncle Tom.
Did you guys hear that? He says, you're a fucking Uncle Tom. Listen to it as close as possible. Here it comes again. Looks like the stream just had a slight hiccup. Just want to make sure it's still running. The stream just... There we go. Okay, good. So we're caught up. Everything's good. Okay, so listen very carefully now.
Banned from YouTube.
No, let him speak. I want to hear what he has to say.
No, dude.
I want to hear what he has to say. What is your beef, man? What is your beef?
You're a fucking Uncle Tom.
Oh my God. Scott, get out of here. Get out of here, Scott.
Bullfrog.
Bullfrog, shut the fuck up.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? I know that I talked to young Republican YR, and he told me exactly what it was. He told me that he's on the outs with all these people, and he needed a safe space, and I'm a faggot, and I take it up the pooper. So of course I'm gonna have all the freaks on my show, because if you take a look at my audience, they actually make these guys look handsome.
The guy's a criminal. He needs to be locked up.
What did he do? I want to know what he did, bro. Give me the.
He threatened people's families. He's called the FBI on people.
Did he used to be with Joe Cronin? Did he used to be on Cronin's show?
Yes. His name's Scott McKinnon. He's a juvenile.
He's not a juvenile, idiot.
Criminal.
So Joe Cronin doesn't feature him on his show anymore, I guess.
No, he's banned from Joe Cronin's community.
So why did Joe Cronin ban him, because of all the things he did, or what?
Yeah, because he threatened people's families. He's called people's families. The guy is a major troll.
Is he from Massachusetts?
No, he's from Canada.
Oh, and then Scott just called in again. Or they added him in. Now he's drinking from a pop bottle.
Oh my God, he's back again.
How you doing, Sean?
Bro, what's your deal, bro? What's going on? I don't even know who the hell you are, bro. What's going on?
My name is the Cake.
Bro, whoa, wait. Bro, can you turn up your volume? I can barely hear you, bro. Can you turn the volume up a little bit? I cannot hear one word you're saying.
It's really bad, Sean. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear a little bit better now, man. It's
I'll
very
have to
low.
Scream into the phone. I don't know. I broke my phone, man. It's an iPhone 12, but I really fucking smashed it up real good listening to trolls like Bullfrog and Wire on your show for the last 2 days. I was throwing my phone up the fucking wall.
Bro, I'm all about opportunity on the show, yeah, bro. So that's why I got you on the show, my man. So what is the deal, bro? What's the vendetta? I hear you used to be part of Joe Cronin's show. You're off that show now. So what's going on?
Listen, Sean, it doesn't even need to be a vendetta. How old are we all here? Like, let's be honest. How old are we?
Great point by C-Man. And yes, we've seen this actually over the last few days. Unfortunately, that one video was deleted by them. Thankfully, C-Man did review some stuff, but C-Man says, consistent Cronin talk every day over there, despite the claims that they just want to talk wrestling. Proving me right, scumbags over there. Yes, in fact, you highlighted that the other day, which is why fucking I was getting so aggravated too, is that on an AEW review, there was no AEW talk practically. Fucking Tony, who doesn't know shit, goes to fucking back to the, was it the Ruthless Aggression era, and like, it's like, but that was years ago. We're talking now, AEW. Just fucking pathetic. So opportunistic and so fake. And C-Man was talking about that too. And if you listen to the video and stuff, you can tell like the wording he's using, his tone and stuff. He's just he's faking it.
My God. Like, Scott, like, are you not getting the picture?
Bullfrog.
Yeah, Bullfrog, shut the fuck up. You're literally you're just his freak, okay? Wherever you go, you're just somebody's fucking freak. You're there so that people can laugh at you and they can feel better for themselves. Again, remember who you're associating with, the bottom of the barrel, which means they are fucking mom mentality and stupid. And, well, because they lead such pathetic lives, although they try to project that onto people like me and others, because they leave pathetic lives, they project their insecurities and utilize you as their emotional punching bag because they got nothing better. You're nothing special.
You're a fucking mongoloid.
Yep.
Yeah, and like you're not.
You're used by Joe Cronin for money. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I'm his golden goose.
And you love it. You just love
Yeah, exactly. Now it's clear that you just want the attention, and yeah, you see yourself as some sort of star when really you're just a joke.
it, need it.
Yeah, and you're just a jealous motherfucker.
I'm not jealous of you at all, brother.
Yeah, you are. Then why you over here then? Why you over here?
Dude, you throw everybody
Maybe it could be, the shit that YR's been doing, but let's continue to listen.
under the bus. Everybody.
Sean, kick this guy out. Sean, kick him out. He's a troll. He's a troll. Kick him out.
He's a troll, kick him out, he's a troll. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you repeating piece of shit. I have yet to hear you fucking prove yourself correct from those voicemails saying, I told him that I'm gonna call my buddy Dave. I'm gonna call you Daddy Scott. I haven't heard that shit yet.
I don't like YR. I don't like you, but you throw your own.
Sean, for real, kick this guy out. Kick him out.
Every one of you are scum.
See, kick him out.
You eat each other alive. You'll be on YR's program tomorrow fucking morning sucking his cock. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're a fake fat fuck, bull.
And they just removed Bullfrog from the call. So obviously someone's controlling this.
Frog. You know we are. You
No,
come
bro,
on here,
no.
Gary Wire,
No, bro, I got something for you, bro. Again, I don't know who you are, but I don't have no vendetta, no problem
You do know who he is. YR's telling you.
with you, bro. I don't know do you have a problem with me, bro?
Yeah, I think you're a fucking weirdo for showing.
On that note, you're gone.
Did it hit too close to home there, fucker? You're a pussy, so you can't even face Scott. Can't even fucking let him say a bit and then fucking destroy him with logic. You can't even do that.
I was going to give you a chance.
No, you weren't.
I was going to give you a chance.
See, I know him and YR are fucking talking, and YR is spearheading this. I know it.
All right, he's out of here, Bill Frog. He's out.
Yeah, I told you. That guy, he's a criminal. He.
And you know what you are, Bullfrog? An absolute fucking liar. In fact, I'm going to right now, in response to that message that you sent me about, I did the right thing. You are a fucking fat tard of a liar. None of that was said on the stream. You're done. There you go. All in caps. Let's continue.
Dude, he is banned. Don't worry, he's going to jail very soon.
Hey, you can see him out of jail near.
Oh, and there's Tony the Rat in the chat saying, this guy posted your video, Sean, on his YouTube last night. I reported it.
Hey, you.
That's right. That guy, he is. He's been.
Have you gotten your vaccine shots yet, Bullfrog? I'd suggest that you go for the expired ones specifically.
Banned from every community in this YouTube.
Hey, Bullfrog, I do drink, but not every day. But it seems like he's a heavy alcoholic.
Yeah, he is. He's an alcoholic, and he's got kidney failure.
I don't know about the kidneys.
He's got liver failure.
Meanwhile, you are the perfect pinnacle of health, are you not there, Bullfrog?
You know, the guy, he's a fake, man. He's a fake.
Those messages that you sent me, those voicemails I played, don't seem to coincide with what we've seen So you're a fake, you fat fuck. I can't wait. Like, I'm probably going to do this weekend. But I'm going to contact your brother, and I'm going to confront him about, all the shit that you've been doing, the sexual harassment, criminal acts, the fucking losing the virginity and stuff. I really want to know whether or not that's real, or if they're even aware of your supposed proclivities. Because I'm kind of thinking you try to keep it quiet, because if their family found out about that, they'd freak the fuck out.
Wow, is that what he all does all day long? Is drink all day long every day?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got a kidney or liver failure.
I saw him walking back
No, you have probably the kidney failure with all the sugar that you consume, you fuck.
that Jack Daniels. He was just drinking right out of the bottle.
Yep, that's all he does 24/7.
It was actually rum, and hey, I mean, I guess on a positive note, at least you could say Scott's not a lightweight. Sounds to me like this guy would probably he'd choke just by smelling the alcohol.
He drinks that alcohol.
Yeah. Well, again, I'll be honest. I was an alcoholic at one point, but now I just kind of, it was a little bit much. Now he might want to lay off of that a little bit there, before he does kill himself.
Well, I hope he does.
Also, you're not cool holding a microphone. That's what a mic stand is for. It allows you to have both hands available, and you don't look like a douche.
Soon.
Well, the way he's going, he was snapping that thing back like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he drinks
Well, in his case, you never know.
his alcohol like he drinks it like Skittles.
He drinks it like it's water.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Scott, you're fake, bro. You're fake.
Why would Cronin be associated with somebody like that? Was he good at first? Is that what it was? He was good at first?
Yeah, he was good at first, and then he wore out.
Ask YR, Sean's View. Ask YR.
He worn out his welcome.
Or ask SE Steve, who's been featured on this call. He was actually featured earlier, I believe. And as always, the narcissistic, disgusting, greasy shit. It's like Tommy, but 1,000 times worse. Tommy hams it up for the camera. He wants the attention. SE Steve uses the conference call as his literal fucking mirror to groom himself. I've seen gay guys that are less concerned about their appearance than fucking SE Steve.
He wore out. The 3 was a crowd. You're out of here. See you later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he got burnout.
Yep. That's right, C-Man. Sean trying to shit on Joe again. This is obviously starting to come together, and, those with insight and foresight can actually see how it's coming together. They can see how this has been formulated and who's behind it. And yes, Bam makes a good point. At least Tommy has been on actual shows.
Joe Cronin, he took him down to Chinatown. and then...
You're not cool saying that. Shut the fuck up.
Then he got his ass spanked by other communities.
So does he have a channel on here or something?
Yeah, he's got multiple channels. He's a toxic troll in the community. Like I said, he's threatened families. He's called...
All right, fuck off.
Trying to get in all freaking night.
Hey!
Let's just
Like,
forward
not a
past
clock.
this.
He died.
That shit was hurt.
Yeah, that was a classic one.
And we thought that fucking Joe Cronin's community was a bunch of
Booyah!
fucking misfits.
New place. So,
Me too, bro.
Oh, and apparently Tony, sounds better Tony, 'cause it's more gay. He dropped a $25 download. YR made a video, I think, that was like, Tony drops a big donation on Sean's View. Says, Sean's View and Tony this weekend. Everyone is welcome to hang and have a good time. This is for Shawnee Boy. He loves to give people nicknames, but that's what girls do. Shawnee Boy, enjoy your Thursday night. It's on for tomorrow. Sean's View saved my life. Fucking pathetic. And YR, this was also identified by C-Man. YR fucking, you can see through the betrayal of his facial expressions that he is definitely involved in this, that he's pushing it, and he's fully aware of what's going on. Oh, so the goon is finally caught up last night. That's too bad. I got to get making multiple videos so that you're always stuck in the past and you can never catch up. Seaman says, there's like a fucked up version of every mongoloid we have over there. We had a black frog and an SC unkempt. Yeah, that was crazy. Festlove says, Anthony already asking for that 30-minute podcast. He wants to be loved so bad. It's so true. And that's why they went to Sean's View. And this whole thing about like, oh, we're setting up this 3X wrestling stuff. That was a setup so that they could get an in with fucking Sean's View. And it's so evident that Sean's View, is fully aware of the situation and he's trying to use it to his advantage. It's pathetic, really, but it's makes sense because he's got nothing else working for him. I mean, shit, 115,000 subscribers and that one time fucking 35 viewers. Truly quite pathetic, and it makes perfect sense as to why he would have to pick up the barrel, go to the ground, and then start scraping the ground underneath the barrel because he's got nothing. And I commented this the other day, but him making fun of his audience's physical appearance is very hypocritical, to say the least. Shout out to Derailed News and Podcasts in the chat. It says a lot of people have saved Tony's life, apparently. Yes, that is... he's one of those damsels in distress. So he's got to put himself out there so that he can be saved. So, yeah, that was very comical. And that was the freak out that people said Sean was having, or that Scott was having. But I thought it was very appropriate to expose yet again that Bullfrog is a piece of shit. Yet again prove that I'm correct, because yesterday I revealed that video.
Leave me alone, Dave. Leave me alone, Dave. I haven't done anything. You take my name out of your mouth, blah, blah, blah.
And he doesn't like it, obviously, after I comment on that. And then he has the gall to lie and say,
I did the right thing, Dave. I told him I'm going to get Daddy Dave to get you, my buddy Dave.
So you're a fucking liar. And you were asking, well, why am I declaring a war on you too? Well, you're part of the Drama Club 2021. You're obviously associated with Tony and YR, which is Faction 1 of Drama Club 2021. That fractured, into the second faction, which was Scott, Danny, and Simo. But Danny is left, essentially. He's gone to Gargut's land and looks like he's staying there. And, Simo actually came out with a video earlier today. And it's about 40 seconds long. Let me just scroll down and see if I can find it. I don't know the stuff in regards to what it is, or at least the details to it. But it's an Eminem song. And just trying to see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the title is Alien Head, Coffin, and then Hammer. It's got a picture of Eminem, putting both his middle fingers up, and this is the tune. I'm not familiar with this shit, so. I've heard the track before. I don't know the lyrics and shit, so it's like, I can't remember. But bottom line is that he's basically telling Scott to go fuck himself. So at least, yeah, that's definitely what it means through the title. But yeah, Scott was sort of throwing, and by the way, Scott made a ton of videos yesterday, including the last two that we reviewed on my show, which he was crying, and then he's deleted all of them. But amongst those videos, he also did sort of attack and criticize Simo. And, Simo's always said, be on his side, and I understand he does this, but it looks like now it's splintered. Faction 2 is now splintered. So Danny's run off, and Simo is splintered from Scott. And, if you remember yesterday's show, Simo did send me a message while I was running this show and explained that essentially he was trying to have a fundraiser for his ex's daughter who died in a car accident. And when presented with this, or at least presented with the request from Simo to try to mention this on the show or to bring attention to it, Scott sort of overreacted and basically said, like, her life doesn't matter, who cares, it's just like a 15-year-old, so dismissed something obviously of importance to Simo. And also, sort of goes to show his lack of compassion and his self-centered sort of concern. So obviously SEMO did take issue with that and thought it necessary to send that information to me, and plus this morning, that other video. So looks like that's splintered even further. So when people say, well, what effect is Drama War having, Dave? Like, what did you, like... Well, I'm having a great effect. These people are running away, and they can't hide. And they go, of all places, to hide with fucking Sean's view? And I mean, look at what happened when they did that. Fucking C-Man, who's been quite critical of Joe, took major offense to that, as did many other people, because it was a blatant attempt to attack Joe's income. And, it was sort of out of bounds. And, C-Man's one of those people who's just going to pursue you. And so am I. And, there's certain things that people can agree with, regardless if we don't agree with the person it's being done to. There's still... All right, just another hiccup on the OBS. Let's see where I left off. Overreacted and basically said, like, her life doesn't matter, who cares? So obviously SEMO did take issue with that and thought it necessary to send that information to me, and plus this morning, that other video. When people say, well, what effect is Drama War having? Oh, yeah, so basically some people, were asking what was the benefit of... allowing an unconditional surrender and stuff, is because I already knew it was going to happen. And, the evidence was already there, because prior to, because I did 2 shows that day, prior to the unconditional surrender, I, lost my train of thought again. And so am I. And, it was sort of out of beaten attempt to attack Joe's. And if we, there's still people they go, of all places, to hide with did that. Took, major offense to that, as did many other. It was sort of out of bounds. And so am I. Sorry, guys, I forgot. There's certain things that people can agree with, regardless if, there's still... let's see where I left so obviously SEMO this morning, that other video. Whatever, I'll fucking remember. It was sort of out of... God damn it. Something important. Just going to catch up with the chat here. Seaman says, I do my best to be fair with people. I'll defend Joe when needed, but also criticize him if needed. Same goes with everyone, including Tony. But he leaves out when I agree with him. He does. Travis says, after the messages SEMO sent Dave totally exposed Scott even further. Seaman says, doesn't fit his narratives. Derailed says, Seaman, money doesn't buy friendship, loyalty, or trust. Sorry, I don't fall for that. Nikki says, $1 for friendship, please. Seaman says, nobody but people who think the same way will fall for it. Drew, anybody with integrity sees Tony for what he is. Yes. But some people also see it as... There's a lot of people that are in this community that are sort of leeches, but they'll be in a symbiotic relationship with another fucking leech. So they're using each other, and they're perfectly content, but they know that, at any point, somebody's going to cut out. Now, I remember what it was. Okay, so... What was the purpose of the unconditional surrenders? Prior is that videos were already coming out by YR trying to sort of, make it look like he was trying to be cool again, that he was non-malicious, and, he was going to try to cozy up to Ken and everything. So he'd already set in motion those plans. So it was evident that he was going to try something. Now, as I explained, multiple times, what I did with YR was to basically embarrass him, have fun at his expense, and conduct basically what you could consider a spell. Like I was talking about, there's certain protocols that must be followed so that karma's on your side. Scott doesn't understand that, but there's certain things that you have to wait for, certain cues from the universe, certain energy, and then you just have to allow that or mold it in a certain way. And it's a little too esoteric for this particular show, but just trust me, and not in the Scott side type of way. So we've accomplished it because we've accomplished a lot, especially with the unconditional surrender. Because my worship, my beautiful emperor, I love you and I'll never betray you again. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, I know exactly. I have foreseen what will occur. But this is now more for Dave. So basically, everything came as I expected and continues to play out as I've foreseen. And everything is playing right into my hands. So let's continue. So just a quick review here of this. So this is earlier in the night. We got YR, Bullfrog, and here comes Greasy Stevie.
His Instagram, the Michael Jordan theme.
Yeah, put that up,
YR again trying to ham it up for the camera with his non-working mic, his fucking bandana, and his sunglasses inside. I guess he's pulling a Tony.
Coming home. WCW did that.
Compared.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Oh, and Steve, as always, is contacting Sean's View from inside his vehicle. Like, do you just live in a car, dude?
Cookie Monster! Give me some cookie.
Fucking fags, all of them. Enough of that shit. But I do want to mention something about Sean's View. Sean's View, I've never seen him to be a good type of guy. And I think that what we saw with his association with YR just further proves that. But the icing on the cake, the pure proof of this, is his obvious attempt to affect Joe Cronin's income. That has to be called out, and that is worthy of, some sort of repercussion. And it's funny, but not surprising, that there are massive amounts of movements to try to get Sean's View off the internet. People despise him for many different reasons. One of those reasons is because he's a fucking rat. So, I look forward to when that eventually happens, or, I don't know, something else of a similar nature. But let's go back to the chat here, some good comments. Ken says, these guys think especially a guy like SC. Oh, man. We're not in grammar school, so I'm going to have to not criticize that, but it's just so much effort to read it. That they can go over to a different community and just forget what they've done and start fresh, but it doesn't work like that. That type of shit follows. Absolutely, Ken. Absolutely. They actually think, in fact, I'd go further. Because these people are trolls, and they do watch everything else. So this video that we're running right now has 12 thumbs down. It's those fags. So they'll do hit and run attacks. They'll think that this is a safe space, that Sean's View is a safe space. They could hide away there in their little private Skype calls. But when they're on the show, nothing ever. I don't have any past history with Joe Cronin. Everything's cool. Like, I just assume everyone else is malicious, and it's so fucking disgusting. I can't wait to hear that this guy's been shot in the face, or he died in a car accident. Like, there is no purpose in SC Steve remaining living. He's a vile, disgusting, non-human, and he needs to be put down. There's no value with him staying alive. This world does not benefit. Fucking trash. And it's so clear. It's so clear that, people like YR or Tony, they're both identical to Steve. They're rats. They're disgusting, greasy little snakes that'll do whatever it takes to get their way and slither away without any repercussions. Fucking, these people are vile. Vile people. Lagoon says, Travis, and this idea through attention is likely where his connection with Skunty stems from in the past. A relatable trait for acceptance. Good point. All right, so it's quite clear what's going on right now. YR, pussy, evil fuck, scampered off to Sean's View, not just to find a safe space, but to potentially find a community that might protect him for his sins. Just like Ken said, that's not going to help you one fucking bit. Here's another thing that I think is very important. I do think that Joe needs to address this, and I do think he needs to address it to his audience. His audience needs to know who's trying to fuck with his fucking income, and Joe needs to stop being a pussy and stop and not name names. We've cataloged this, Joe. We've got all the evidence. You got people that are willing to testify and say, "Yep, we witnessed this, we've seen this, and these are the results." You know that any time that somebody fucks with Joe's people, like when it comes to this sort of thing, they'll attack whether he tells them or not. And, well, see, in this sort of case, I think that it's a useful trait and resource to have. So if you need to raise that to your audience so that your audience takes actions, maybe they're subscribed to him. Maybe they unsubscribe. Maybe they leave messages for him on his videos telling him how much of a scumbag he is. I don't know. Maybe they make videos on him. Maybe they stop donating to him and they donate to you as a fuck you to him. There's a lot that can be done, and there's a lot that should be done. And there should be retaliation, fully. Because what Sean is doing is obvious, and it's willful. It's not by accident that this is happening, okay? Everything comes together, and it's all by design, okay? This doesn't just happen when YR, is losing the fucking war. So this is clear. And I think that Joe needs to address this so that action can be taken. Because technically, since I believe it can be proved, Joe can either get a cease and desist, or he could sue him. And, well, the way I see it, he'd win. And then Sean's View would have nothing. So Derailed says, Sean wants Joe's reaction. He wants the rub. Well, he deserves a lot more than just a reaction. He deserves a warrant, perhaps. Some sort of lawsuit. But he definitely deserves something more. Sue him for what? Damages to character, interference with earning an income. I don't know the exact, the wording in Boston, because it's the Commonwealth of Boston. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Their wording is quite different. So I'm not really familiar. I can tell you what's up here, but you have similar laws in the United States. Sometimes you have even more laws that are more frivolous, but you're the land of lawsuits. So pick and choose. You put your hand in a fucking barrel full of fucking, slips of paper, and you can just grab a handful and say, yeah, these will work. These will work with a lawsuit, because there are that many, many laws and such. But there's an attempt to defame character and also affect earning income. And also, there's a few more other things, but regardless. Yeah, the goon makes a good point. JB can be a piece of shit, but at least he was smart enough to isolate himself and focus on branding. Yeah, the branding is something that I've always, talked about. I worked in marketing, on the IT side as well, in its implementation as well as development, and that's why branding to me is so important. And you see it in my earlier works, but nowadays I just really don't spend too much time with that. But yeah, and you can see, and obviously the results are seen from focusing yourself like that, isolating yourself, and focusing on a brand rather than spreading yourself so thin. But we're going to see how this progresses. I'm sure that Joe will be addressing it. I think he should. But yeah, I think that action is required. But I also want to discuss today a video that was streamed yesterday. Now, I don't remember at what time this was. I think it may have been when I was on. I don't know. But Tab made a video and he had Scott on. And it sounds like at this point Scott had already been drinking hard. And this was hours and hours before Sean's View went to air. So you can tell that by the time he was on Sean's View, he was in even worse condition. And I believe after trying to go on to Sean's View is when he made the crying videos. So that seems to be the progression of the timeline. So let's continue. Well, let's begin.
Bye.
Also, I didn't know Tab was... he sounds Scottish.
It is on by. Welcome for the replay value because no one's here yet.
I can't boost this. Actually, can I boost it? No, it's boosted. Can't raise the volume anymore.
My name is DJ Scotty MC. And of course, according to Dave Rose and several others, I'm now using Tab for a platform.
You use anybody that you can get your hands on. Now, people in the chat, can you hear that? You might have to put your volume up. If I have to mute myself because I'm coming into... Well, actually, I could just lower my volume. Yeah, let me know whether my voice is too overpowering. Because if you've got to raise your volume to hear this clip, I don't want my voice blowing your ears out. Let's see here. Before we continue, Travis says, yeah, C-Man, this is one of those rare occasions or cases that Joe isn't at fault here. Travis says that liver is working overtime right now. Goon says Sean's View Entertainment donation 1313. That was the donation that got me known in JCS. LOL. Based Alcatraz says, I'm on Dave FMN Mars side. If Joe says anything, I wouldn't care either way. Just as long as we're able to give YR those lashings. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. And Costanza says, Joe will say this is a work storyline. He might. All right, so here we go. Let's play this. Hopefully your ears don't get blown out and we can hear it.
Well, I'm now using him to get my voice heard, apparently. You know, and that's what they're going to say, Tab. That's what they're going to say, brother.
A lot of push. One sec, just try to get this fucking link, Scott.
Yeah, it sounds Scottish.
Not live or what?
No, it's fucking live. I'm just trying to get the link for the fucker.
You want to go golf on the links? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, shit.
Me and Tab are going to go out and have a nice game of golf today. I showed you the golf shoes earlier. We're going to go out and we're going to golf. And we're going to fuck every beer cart girl out there. We're going to fuck the pussy guy. Because nobody does it like us scars, man. Nobody can do it better.
You're copying my line and it's copyrighted.
We got the biggest dicks of the land. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the Scottishman has the biggest dick. For white men. For white males, you know. The Scottishman have got the dick. It's true. Seriously, it is true.
I guess it's a common thing for Scott to talk about dick sizes with other men.
I sent this.
I mean, I'm not familiar with that sort of tradition at all, if it is one. Maybe it's something from the East Coast, but I'm not familiar with it.
Fucking thing over.
Well, listen, someone's going to replay this a little later.
Ah, they'll not find it. They'll not find it. We'll be alright.
You send me the link right now. I'll cut a video. We'll get them all right.
Alright, I think that's it. I don't know what...
If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
What the audio is like. I'll be back. What to do is you do that and I'll fucking check the fucking audio.
Okay.
Have you got it?
I'll be right back, though. Don't disappear.
Right, okay. Never.
Let's go, Drew McIntyre. Get your claymore. Still forwarding. Seems like the dead air follows Scunty. Oh my god, people. Let me check with the chat while we wait for this dead air to cease. Travis says, how is it him not using Tab? How is it anything else? Exactly. So, Based Actor says he can hear him okay. Scunty ain't fucking any chick. He may fuck the carts. That's about it, says Bam. No, Travis. Travis, think, buddy, think. Nova Scotia. Scotia is Scotland. New Scotland. So it stems from Scotland. In fact, if you know the flags of Nova Scotia, it actually has a flag of Scotland integrated with it. But yeah, Nova, Latin word for new. Scotia, Latin word for Scotland. The more you know.
Right, let me check this shit.
Hey, don't you worry, Americans. It's perfectly fine. We'll provide a nice historical lesson to Canada and the next smug Canadians. So don't worry your pretty little heads. I know that most of you in the chat are not Walmart Americans, so at least you haven't reached that level of depravity. We know that Bullfrog is 10 times the fucking Walmart American that anybody is here. Yeah, I know that all your knowledge is in the East, yeah. We could probably get some great trivia knowledge from Travis. Trivia knowledge from Travis about the East and all the different things of the various Asian cultures that reside on the Asian continent, including Nepal. Ain't that right, Travis? Nepal? Or then again, maybe I should check with Joe about whether or not that's in Asia. Anywho, let's continue. This is good music, though. I'm digging it.
Me.
These are nice tunes. Come on, this is not a music video. Oh, there we go.
What's happening?
Oh, brother. I keep spilling. I got a pint of Bacardi. And every time that I make a new video, I reach down for the Bacardi and I spill more on the carpet. I think I lost about 100 mils of Bacardi in the carpet here instead of being an old Scotty MC.
You know what I suggest? Just buy yourself a sippy cup. Just embrace it, dude. Just embrace it. Buy yourself a sippy cup or one of those little attachments that you get at the bar or that they use at the bar. You say, you're not supposed to take it from the bar, just to let you know. Knowing you probably would. But, it limits the amount that's poured out in one shot. So I don't know if it's called a shot limiter or whatever. But that at least would allow you to drink a shot at a time and anything more wouldn't spill out. So you'd have to right the bottle again and then you could drink again and no chance of losing any of those precious liquids.
Fuck's sake, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, And that's the way it goes, really, Dad, sometimes, when you're an alcoholic and you just want to get drunk and have fun. But unfortunately, this fucking community, they don't want to have fun. They want to dox your address. They want to send fake talk puns from Vegas to your house. They want to send the New York Mafia and cartel to come kill you. And then...
Hold on, I got to raise... Okay, so this is difficult for me to hear because my volume on my desktop is at 75%. I'm going to raise it more. The problem is, though, that he's coming in low, and yet Tab's coming in normal. So every time Tab talks, I have to lower the volume because it just blows my ears out. But I've got to raise the volume so I can make out what Skunt's saying. So give me a second here.
They want to send the New York Mafia and cartel to come kill you.
Fuck's sake, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the way it goes, really, Deb, sometimes, you know, when you're an alcoholic and you just want to get drunk and have fun. But unfortunately, this fucking community, they don't want to have fun. They want to dox your address. They want to send fake talk fun from Vegas to your house. You know, they want to send the New York Mafia and cartel to come kill you. And then, you know, tell them fun. They want to dox your address. They want to... This fucking community, they don't want to have fun. They want to dox your address. They want to send fake talk fun from Vegas to your house. You know, they want to send the New York Mafia and cartel to come kill you. And then, you know, tell everybody that you're the bad guy, you know?
Sounds like more paranoid delusion. And I'm going to hold off talking about this topic until hopefully I can see this individual around, just to confirm whether or not... hold on. Just want to see if I can talk about this. Or at least, you know, if he's cool with it. But some things that need to be addressed, especially in regards to the relationship that Scott has with Real Talk, Metaphor Messiah. So, yeah, I want to address those things, but we're going to wait. Before we continue, Goon says, Mango Lassi, love it. It's a yogurt-based smoothie as opposed to milk. Better texture in my opinion. If you can get your hands on rose milk, that's even better than Lassi. Interesting. Yeah, I know that it's basically made with yogurt as opposed to milk. I love yogurt personally, though I do know that I believe it's more sour there. The Indian style or Asian style, you know, Lassi is much more salty than the yogurt here. But add mango to that and spices up it spruces up that flavor with the sweets, and I'm sure it'd be great. But yeah, consistency of yogurt's great, and yeah, you know, fruit mixtures or flavors inside, beautiful. But yeah, I'm living in the country right now, and you have very few ethnic restaurants. So I'd have to go to Toronto which is like a 2.5 hour drive away. Or, well, depends on where I'm going. That's just the outskirts. To get from that point on, traffic into the city just grinds to a halt. So it might take another hour to get to the shoreline. But it depends the day, time, and all that. But there's some amazing Indian restaurants in Toronto, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make a scheduled appointment. Let's continue.
Nothing
What's your thoughts and opinions? Like, Gamer Tab, listen, like, you've been around for a while.
I have.
You've been around for a long time, you know, and you've taken it all in. And you don't have to lie to me. You don't have to beat around the bush with me. You can tell me and call me out where my problems are. Listen, I call myself out too. Well, like, let's just hear from Tab himself. Like, what's your overall
Unless you're using a fake account.
opinion on, like, everything since 2018? Like, let's just give us a rundown on your whole perspective of everything.
I'd be quite interested too.
Well, it's fucked up, a lot of it. It's fucked up. Everybody try to fucking strong arm every motherfucker. Everybody flip.
Strong arm? That has to be directed to me. Because, like, this has become a meme now. It's become a meme that Dave has the fucking strong arm. And these people are just weak pushovers. I don't understand this. Shit wasn't this bad when I was a kid. Why is everyone such a fucking pussy now? When somebody makes their thoughts evident, people are like, oh, you should have thought about their feelings. But why? Why should it? I'm just stating a fact. You know, your tire's like, you know, your tire's empty. That's going to probably damage the tire and maybe even the rim. No, you got to say it in a way that makes me feel nice. No, I don't. Your fucking tire's empty. You don't want me to tell you? Fine, go fucking enjoy your fucking accident or the fucking damage. But why do I have to be thinking about fucking people's feelings and stuff? And, you know, it's just so fucking pathetic in this regard because it's not like I'm actively going out to try to find a way to offend people or something, but these people just can't stand when somebody is confident in themselves and they just be themselves. So to them, that's strong-arming. Yeah, hey, Ken, I think Mello's a piece of shit, and I don't want anything to do with him, so don't have him on any shows that I'm on. That's not strong-arming. Am I going on a fucking Ken show and say, first of all, if you even have him on your show any again, even if I'm not on there, I'm done with you. Not saying that. Do I fucking call into fucking, was it Insomniac? Or message Ken during that show and say, fuck this guy Mello, fuck this. Like, no, I'm not strong-arming nothing. It's these, okay, when you simplify the minds of people, all they can do is use simplified terms. So whether it be strong arm or wolf pack, these are the words of the mentally weak, of the intellectually stunted.
Flopping all over the fucking place. Everybody's stabbing each other in the back. It's fucked up, man.
It is fucked up. Why do you think?
Everybody and all the docs and shit. That's fucked up. Fucking.
I'm above the doxing shit. I've done.
Yeah, all those fake accounts that are, you know, doxing Joe's address and Ken's old address and other people.
I have exposed people's addresses. Bar none. I've done it straight the fuck up.
So you picked a fight, did shit, and then when you got smacked the fuck down because someone knew how to play your game and did it better, now it's not okay?
Only the people that have fucked with me, though.
Yeah.
That is false. Again, your problem is you don't understand is that you punch someone, they're going to punch you back even harder. And if you get knocked to the ground, don't start crying saying you hit me too hard. No, you fucked around and you found out. You threatened people first. We already proved this.
I've never went and did anything illegally.
Of course you have. Just because you don't know the law doesn't mean that that 5.5 hour evidence marathon didn't prove it. That the fucking Grand Tribunal didn't prove it. Of course they both proved it, idiot. There's ample evidence. Dude, there are police reports.
Anybody that's fucked with me, I went and found you on 401, and I put it out there. Not for malicious intent, I just put it out there. Just so that those people know, I know.
You just put it out there, failing to acknowledge the fact that you're doing so with intent. Thusly, adhering to the necessary protocols to have you arrested for actually committing a doxing crime. Also, you cannot make threats to SWAT people. You've done so. So, yes, you've done multiple things illegal. You can pretend that you haven't. Again, like Ken was saying about these fucking freaks going over to Sean's View, acting like the past is the past and they're not, held accountable for it. You're coming to Tab's channel and pretending like, no, I never did anything illegal.
Know where the fuck you are. You're not invincible. You're not hiding on the internet. Some of these motherfuckers out there still hide under aliases and they hide everything about themselves. They won't even tell you what country they're from.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Just hide behind the account. One sec, I'm going to get another beer, Scott. One sec.
You just had a ban on the account already.
Really?
Did you? No, I was like, I thought you just said, did you just say you had a ban on the account?
No, I'm going to get another beer.
I thought you said.
How about you fucking learn to listen? Even I understood what he fucking said. And he's got a thick accent.
You banned an account already.
No.
It's probably because he said beer, right, Scott? I'm going to grab another beer. My ears perked up. I'm like, beer, you say? I like beer.
If you have the ban...
Do you like nachos? I like nachos.
Account right off the hop here, just fresh starting on YouTube. It's damn well definitely biting.
Dude,
he's the first one to send a bot to your channel. He's the first one to troll your channel. It'll obviously Vikings because the guy don't sleep, bro. He's on crack cocaine fucking 24/7. Kicked out of 4 or 5 different places. has to live with fucking Silverall now, the only guy that'll take him in. Remember when Vikings fucking, the reason why he got mad at me because his black girlfriend liked me? You remember that? You honestly remember that?
Well, I'm back. I was getting a beer. What were you saying?
Okay, so back in the day, the reason, like, everybody's always wondering, like, what's the beef between Vikings? Back in the day, Vikings was with this. So Vikings got kicked out, according to his criminal record. He got kicked out of 4 or 5 different apartments. And he fucking finally had to go with his cousin Silverall. But when he did, he was kind of still with his woman, the black girl, with the black son.
Right.
And then she said to Vikings that she liked me. Vikings was trying to actually get along with me, and I was trying to get along with him at the time. But she said that she liked me. Not, like, I don't know how she meant it, but she said she liked me. And that set Vikings off on a fucking tirade, bro. And they broke up, and he lost that son. Remember when he had that black son on him with him 2 times?
Could this perhaps be yet another example of Scott trying to mess with one of the community wives?
His black son. Remember? A couple times?
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Came on there, yeah. So he, like, left, he bossed him out because she liked me. Yeah, man. So, like, a lot of problems happen because, like, listen, I'm shocked that fucking Ads and Bex aren't broke up by now. Over me.
More like jealous.
Think about it, Dad. Think about it.
Yeah. No, I heard, I tuned into your stream last night for about fucking less than 5 minutes. It sounded like he was going to fucking kill himself. Seriously.
Who's that?
Vikings.
Well,
he sounds mega depressed, like, or something.
Well, dude, when you start buying, like, and listen, I'm not an evil person, bro. It doesn't matter how much you fuck me over. I forgave a friend in real life that stabbed me in the lip, and I flatlined because he hit my main artery in my left, 34 stitches. I forgave him, and I talked to him and his sister still to this day. Back then, what I did was I went with a couple of black friends, and we broke into his home, and I fucked his sister. Now, I didn't rape her. She wanted it, but I fucked her. And Brittany's still been cool with me to this day.
Whoa. Okay. If you have to add sort of a disclaimer, that already makes me suspicious, but let's hear that again in its entirety.
And I flatlined because he hit my main artery in my left, 34 stitches. I forgave him, and I talked to him and his sister still to this day. Back then, what I did was I went with a couple of black friends, and we broke into his home, and I fucked his sister. Now, I didn't rape her. She wanted it, but I fucked her. And Brittany's still been cool with me to this day. She still contacts me to try to get me on the phone with Joey because she knows her brother fucked up with me, right? So they still contact with me. They still have contact with me and everything, and I love those guys, you know, and that's. But instead of fucking going and killing Joey like the boys wanted to, and I'm not going to throw their names up there, but the black guys was hanging out with at the time, because there was some irrigation issues too, because they were the ones getting us liquor when we were underage. So I'm not going to throw their names up there, but, you know, they wanted me to, I mean, when we went up there, the initial plan was to kill him, and, you know, and that's what I was going to do. You know, but, you know, I guess I had a flashback to when we were younger, I guess, trying to create a band together. I always had a crush on his little sister back then, and, you know, she was only 2 years younger than us, nice big old booty on her and shit like that. So, like, you know, I got my rocks off, and that was good enough for me, you know, and I thought.
Yeah, to you, age is just a number, isn't it?
Those all right, instead of killing them, you know, and when I came back out of the window, you know, I told the boys on the ground, like, you know, that was good. That was good enough. You know, I fucked her. And she wanted it. I didn't rape her. She wanted it. Again, like I say, she fucking still talks to me.
But why do you have to add that disclaimer, though? That's usually assumed in a consensual situation like that. Even if it's like you know, just a little quickie or something, you know, fucking one night stand, but that's. You really shouldn't have to fucking add a disclaimer to that sort of thing. Now, my dad needs help with something, so give me a second here. I'm just going to put some Battlefield music on, and hopefully I'll be back before it ends. Maybe I should unmute it. All right, I'm back. All right, let's just stop this. And let me just check back in with the chat. Damn, it's fucking hot. All right, let's continue.
To this day. You know, I'm not going to release any last names or anything, but she knows who she is. She still talks to me to this day. You know, and she knows what her brother did. He took out one of them little pocket knives that have two switchblades on and put it through my lip. You know, and when I went to the hospital, I didn't call the police. I didn't call the ambulance. I called my father. You know, so as I walked around that Sonny's Pizza parking lot, looking at everybody after he did that, I was the cut was so deep you could see my teeth in between my lips. You know, and I was like, you know, you think I got to the hospital? And all my friends and a lot of other people like, yeah, this guy, you got to get to the hospital. He's fucked up. But I gave Joey a couple more uppercuts, a couple more punches before I went. And I went, you know, but I went with Dad. I didn't have to call the police or the fucking ambulance, no rat bullshit, you know what I mean? So I went with Dad.
That's surprising.
And when Dad took me up there, it was actually my buddy Logan McVicker's mother, who, you know, I don't mind saying his name because he's actually a police officer now. But back then he wasn't, but, you know, actually back then he was. and he still is. And he hates the police force, by the way, and he wants to get out. He's trying to, but the politics are so scary that he feels like if he ever leaves, the police will kill him himself. That's how bad the police department is and how corrupt they are. But anyway, his mother, who's a nurse up there, works with my mother. You know, when we were playing ball when we were kids, you know, it was different, eh, Logan? It was different, eh, if you're out there. I'm sure you're not, but if you're out there. It's a lot different, eh? Our parents, our mothers were always good, but our fathers were always gangsters, weren't they? His father runs a construction company. My father, I'm not even going to get into it, but my father can do it to all of you. My father's heavily involved right now in this community, so I'm not going to say too much.
So, are you threatening us, Scott McKinnon? Maybe I should talk to your sister again and figure out whether or not you're lying, because she can easily contact your father and confirm whether or not this is yet more hot air coming from a sad little boy who has to delete his videos because he can't allow for his family to see what mental state he's in.
That's straight military, and so is my
Let's listen to this again.
Kid, who's a nurse up there, works with my mother. You know, when we were playing ball when we were kids, you know, it was different, eh, Logan? It was different, eh, if you're out there. I'm sure you're not, but if you're out there. It's a lot different, eh? Our parents, our mothers were always good, but our fathers were always gangsters, weren't they? His father runs...
Our fathers were always gangsters. Now, if you're a gangster, that means you're a criminal. So, the way you're describing it doesn't sound like your father was a criminal. Why you're trying to equate him with one, that does beggar the question.
The construction company, my father, I'm not even going to get into it, but my father can do it to all of you.
Well, really it doesn't matter if you're going to get into it or not. It's been close to 4 years, you haven't done shit, pussy. You haven't done shit. Okay? Your sister contacted me. She also loved my cake. Your father is quite aware of the situation, as is your mother, as is your sister, as is your town. Your father hasn't done shit. You haven't done shit.
My father's heavily involved right now in this community, so I'm not going to say too much. That's straight military, and so is my nephew.
So, is that supposed to be a threat of some sort there, Scott? Because if he does have connections to law enforcement and military and he's acting illegally, well, then he's going to have a big problem. Are you fucking stupid? I mean, especially if he is, why would you alert this to everybody? Are you fucking stupid?
Straight up in the military.
So he would be court-martialed, essentially, is what you're saying. He'd be court-martialed for breaking his oath and committing crimes. That's what you're saying. You're basically admitting that your father's willing to commit crimes. I mean, that alone should warrant an investigation.
Retired. So anybody that fucks with me, believe it or not, you're listen.
Listen. We're already listening, dummy. You don't have to remind us to listen. People say listen because they have nothing else.
Dave Rose has no idea the family that he's fucking with right now when it comes to my family. Not a fucking clue. What I can tell is that they don't care about you and they haven't done shit. And prove me wrong. Since 4 years of this shit, you still haven't. So you're, again, drinking hard, living in your delusions, so sour that I've fucking reduced you to a fucking ghost. I've destroyed you almost single-handedly. I've led the charge and humiliated you. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. When I worked with Dave, he knew. When I worked with Dave, he plugged all the military shit.
I basically just tolerated your delusion so that I wouldn't have to deal with a fucking yelling match or, constant harassment of fucking messages. And then eventually I got tired of that. It's like, okay, I'm not going to deal with you.
That's involved in my family. He plugged it. He put it over for all of you. Scott is military. His family is military.
I also, just nodded my head when you said we got military apps and shit. Military and police apps. Just, okay, Scott. Okay, whatever.
Don't fuck with them.
I was really talking about me, because you're fucking worthless, okay? But we all know about me, okay? Don't fuck with me. Fuck around, find out. As you have, multiple times. Still nothing you can do about it.
Now that Dave's my enemy, now it's all a joke and I'm a pussy, you know? Hey,
It was always a joke. You were always a joke. Again, this whole delusion of you're an alien. Do you believe I'm an alien, Dave? Yeah, sure, Scott. You're an alien. But really? Yeah, whatever, dude. It's all good.
Dave, a little cadet boy. You little cadet boys.
You little failure of fucking basic training. You fought in war. Remember, Scunty, you said this. I fought in war. Pathetic. You know why I did cadets? Not because I had a dead-end life with nowhere to go from a shit town like you did, which is, why you joined the military, and would have been perfect for meat for the grinder. Too bad you didn't get sent off to Afghanistan to become a casualty. But I joined because, as an immigrant, I've always been instilled and inspired by the idea of doing public service, by giving back. And I see that as one of those things.
Scott quit the military. You hold your fuck.
Well, you were probably discharged, medical discharge, perhaps dishonorably.
Find that out from? Some punk ass bitches that won't even fight me in Glace Bay, my hometown. These punk ass bitches that you're talking to,
believe it or
like
not,
Joy Fraser, maybe Shannon. Listen, I can name a few people.
Somebody's playing a clip now as well.
No like Cameron Keith you're talking to. Right I've seen some of the comments when he uploads my shame cream video to my hometown when I worked at Facebook page.
Oh no, fucking probably Tab has his audio open, so he's hearing both streams.
I know those people. They're fake bikers. They're wannabe bikers.
Jesus Christ, Tab.
They'll never be 1%. And they're a bunch of bitches I grew up with. I got a couple.
He's basically, if you can get past the, him talking calmly, he's calling his hometown a bunch of bitches. People in his town apparently, are a bunch of rats and this and that, and then I shouldn't listen to them. That they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to him.
When he uploads my shame cream video to my hometown when I worked at Facebook page, I know those people. They're fake bikers. They're wannabe bikers. They'll never be 1%. And they're a bunch of bitches I grew up with. I got a couple of guys.
I think he finally realized it. Nope.
Hey, those motherfuckers a little cadet boy. Yeah, little cadet boy. Scott quit the military. Never.
Jesus Christ, Tab.
Find that out from? Some punk ass bitches that won't even fight me in Glace Bay, my hometown. These punk ass bitches that you're talking to. For the first time in my life the other day, I see people.
Come on. Idiot.
Facebook page. I know those people. They're fake. 13.
What a fucking moron. He raises the volume rather than fucking close his window where he's obviously watching his own stream. And then he just mutes the fucking stream so he can try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Wake the fuck up, man. These are the same type of people who still to this fucking day will call in from their car to a radio show and have their fucking radio at full blast. So that as soon as they fucking get connected, there's obviously there's the distortion and there's the reverb, repetition, and they have to tell them, turn down your radio. They even tell you when you call in, turn down your radio. Shit. When you're on hold, they have the show playing. And then I've called into fucking talk shows and shit. So you're listening to your fucking the show live, not on the radio, which has a delay. So you turn down your fucking radio, just like you turn down your fucking stream, and you wait on hold. And then you're listening to the show, so you're getting caught up. And then when you hear the click, okay, Dave, you're on the air. That's when you talk. And you don't have your radio on. And the fact that still happens today with people calling into YouTube and shit, calling into shows that they're watching on YouTube. And you've seen that a lot with fucking Joe Cronin. You've seen that a bit with, say, Foul Mouse Network. It's 2021. There's no fucking excuse anymore for this shit. Let's continue. Yeah, Sconception, says the goon. That's right, Drew. You never feed a scunty after midnight.
You don't have a fucking single
Oh, thank God he fixed it.
clue about what the fuck goes on out here, nor does Nikki fucking Nikki Vine.
Nikki Faggot, Nikki Vines? Vines? Why is he calling you Vines? Because you swing from the vines? Nick of the jungle, tough as he can be.
Moved to Edmonton only because his wife is
Stop. Why are you talking about this shit? I wish Nikki was here.
fucking Nikki Vine, who moved to Edmonton only because his wife, his fucking Filipino wife, is the breadwinner that had to move to Edmonton. Come the fuck out to Fort McMurray, Nikki, and I'll introduce you to my friends, brother. You think that Scott's alone? That he has no friends?
We know that. Your sister told us you're a lonely little boy. Also, sock puppets don't constitute as friends. Neither does the dog Tyson. He doesn't belong to you.
You think you know everything about me? Come the fuck out here. I'll introduce you to a couple of my boys.
Hold on, why? Why does he need to go talk to them, stupid? Isn't his problem with you? And isn't your problem with him? What, you too much of a pussy to drive down to Edmonton? Or you just wanna, why don't you guys meet at the Circle K just down the street from you, huh? Why don't you meet there, you and him? Why? You such a pussy? Just admit it, you're a pussy. Oh, why don't you come meet my friends? No, why don't I just fucking meet you, dummy? What, you're that much of a pussy? You can't fucking handle an internet fucking fight? So you're gonna say, well, come down here so my two friends can beat you up because I'm too much of a pussy. You're fucking pathetic, scunt.
Who have 20 fucking guns in their house from it.
Okay, we're gonna play this again in its entirety so that we get a nice, current threat. I can't wait to play all of these for his sister. And possibly to his nephew.
Fucking Filipino wife is the breadwinner that had to move to...
No, this deserves to be played from its beginning. And I will keep quiet for quite some time.
You don't have a fucking single clue about what the fuck goes on out here, nor does Nikki fucking Nikki Vine, who moved to Edmonton only because his wife, his fucking Filipino wife, is the breadwinner that had to move to Edmonton. Come the fuck out to Fort McMurray, Nikki, and I'll introduce you to my friends, brother. You think that Scott's alone? That he has no friends? You think you know everything about me? Come the fuck out here. I'll introduce you to a couple of my boys who have 20 fucking guns in their house, from SKSs to automatic rifles to everything, bro. I'll introduce you to them, and then you can fucking go and run your fucking mouth, Nikki. Until you do that, you're nothing but a bitch, whiny, twiny, loudmouth little girl on air. So you have my invite. I will fucking buy your plane ticket to Fort McMurray. Nikki, if you're out there, you want to really come out here and meet my friends, running your mouth the way you do, bro, I'll take you to Troy Fraser's house too, since you all want to run your mouth about Troy Fraser all the fucking time. I know where he lives. He don't know that, but I know where he lives. I'll take you there. And then I'll have you hook up with your buddy Troy Fraser's a troll online who fucks with people's mental health, and then we'll fucking take it from there. You just really want to fucking do this, or do you want to handle it legally? You got to make up your mind. Do you want to handle it in the streets, or do you want to handle it legally? Because I'm going to tell you something right fucking now. The cops out here are just like the Republicans in the States. It's conservative out here. The cops and the bikers, they work hand in hand together. That's something first and foremost all of you should fucking stand. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to or who you're dealing with.
So I'm sick of all your fucking running your mouths online. So unless you're going to come out here face to fucking face, I'm done talking about it, okay? Okay.
No, not okay, because you're not done talking about it. You said you're going to delete your channel. You haven't. You haven't. So, clearly, nothing will stop Scunty. In fact, things are going to get much worse for you. You want to accelerate? We'll accelerate.
And that's where I'm going to leave it.
No, you're not.
Gamertab, how you doing?
Yo, just fucking opened it up here. Oh, fuck, man. I don't know what this audio is like. Was it alright? Or was it pish?
It's all good, brother. Listen, back in that Malky Woodland, and when I brought the Malky Woodland community into this shit, he got visited by a couple real Pax HA from Quebec, okay? I grew up there. Grew up there, I lived there for a good portion of my life, whether it was military or I was playing baseball there. I had a good stint there, okay? Not to mention my uncles on the other side. And I'm not even going to get into how the fucking Satan's Choice became half HA and half black and white. I don't even want to get into that story. I know all about it. I grew up around it, and I lived it, and I still live it. So I'm not going to get into that shit here on air. If Troy Frazier has the balls, he knows all my friends out here. He knows where the fuck I live, and he had for a while. If he had the balls, he'd do something already. Troy Frazier has friends that are fake bikers. And Dave Rose claims that Troy Frazier, who Dave Rose used to make fun of for being a midget when he called it a Malky show.
And? What do I fucking care?
Now is his friend that's saying that they're coming to my address?
I never said that at all. You're talking out your ass here. I'd never said that we were friends or that we were in communication.
Well, it's been 4 days. Why is no one fucking here?
Because I never said... Again, you're a drunk. You hear what you want to hear. I never said that I was either in communications with him, that I was his friend. I have said that people from your hometown have communicated with me and have told me about you and revealed things about you. But no, not Troy Frazier.
Just like when I lived with Ken last year. He was a cleaner for multiple clubs. No one came there back then neither. You all saw me live on air with a knife in my hand, crawling around my living room floor, calling the RCMP, asking them what should I do.
And the RCMP will never tell you to kill somebody, despite you claiming that that's what they said. The RCMP will never tell you to do that, and thus you are exposed as a liar.
You know what they told me? Get your best weapon out of that forest, Scott. You guys don't seem to fucking understand that this is fucking war.
Excellent. So that now means that you're basically stockpiling weapons illegally and justify for being a danger to yourself and others, especially all the neighbors that you have. You're in a residential area. What's to stop me from calling the police and say, okay, well, here are the clips. Here's the evidence. This guy is claiming that it's war. And obviously, because he's admitted that he has access to firearms and he's ready to fucking fight, he's now a danger to his entire neighborhood. And there's a lot of kids there, schools and such, and it wouldn't take very much for you to basically just have a whole, team of fucking SWAT officers just descend onto your fucking home, bust in and fucking take you down. And, again, this is going off what you're saying here, bud.
Out here. I will. And I have the right to kill you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't even know the law, dummy. So you don't have justifiable right to homicide, idiot. Fucking moron. Your sister also laughed at how stupid you are when it comes to the law.
I will kill you.
No, see, here's the thing. My buddy, your liver will kill you first, okay? So no, you're not going to kill me. You probably can't even hold a fucking rifle steady. So shut the fuck up.
If you come near my home, I will immediately kill you.
Which means that because you're not actually under direct threat, so if somebody walks by your house and you feel threatened, they might look like Dave Rose, you're going to just attack them. So that further shows legal authorities there that you are a danger to yourself and others. And if you are so inclined because you're so drunk that you see someone that looks like me or Nikki, you're just going to open fire, regardless of whether they are or not. Are you telling me that the police aren't going to act on this?
And I will get away with it.
No, you won't.
Yo,
Do
Scott,
you understand that?
whatever happened to
I understand the law, which you don't.
fucking Milky Wood, lad, Scott? Whatever happened to that fucker?
Pathetic. Like that one, Will?
He's going through recovery. Good for him, because he deserved it and he needed it. He fucked up out here, but a couple of bikers got his finger cocked off. He got his finger cocked off, okay?
Yeah, I remember you saying all that stuff.
But
yeah.
listen, I know that somewhere deep down in that guy's heart, as fucked up as he is, I understand what it's like to be an alcoholic. I get it. And I
Really? Is that from personal experience?
say stupid shit, and I say shit I regret. And I listen, I destroyed relationships my entire life with friends through alcoholism. So I understand exactly where the fuck that guy's coming from.
Shut up.
I get it. A lot of people that never went through alcoholism, they don't get it.
Not my problem.
They don't get it. They'll never get it because they never went through that.
It's not my problem.
It's the same thing with me when I used to judge all my friends that died from codeine overdoses. I judged them and I hated them, but I never understood the addiction. And that was unfair for me because I never understood that addiction. It was unfair for them for me to judge them. Once you fucking realize that, yeah, you're capable of being addicted to anything, and you get addicted to something, you'll start to understand that person. The poor bastard, he fucked up out here, and he got his finger cut off. You know, some Brody is out here patched in. I know that. All right? But Malky's back home. But he got off YouTube. Good for him. Because, listen, the shit that was going on there with him and YouTube doing the burnouts in the house.
Yo, I seen that video. That was fucked.
People like Troy Frazier, the best of the worst, and all these trolls that were fucking donating to him and fucking get him to do stupid shit and waste the fucking taxpayers' money and the police department's money and the firefighters come.
This is the first time I've ever heard about Scott being concerned about wasted resources for frontline workers and law enforcement. This is fucking... That's shit that Dave Rose says. Not people like Scunty.
And fucking go at Malky, but it made for entertainment. That's all they give a fuck about. It made for entertainment. They wanted to create a real-life trailer park, boys, where Malky videotapes, hey, the fire department's here. Hey, I got a fucking gun in my hands. Now the police are here. That was all them. It was all the trolls doing that to him, bro. They were all doing that shit to him on purpose. And it was all coming from Alberta. I found that out legally, real quick, who the fucking scumbags were. I never did that shit to Malky. Malky went in and threatened me. Said there was crazy people out here in Alberta looking for me. I said...
So it's not okay for Malky to do it, but it's okay for you to do it? You're not only are you a hypocrite and a liar, you're a fucking pussy. You're a fucking pussy. It's like, but they're doing it, but I'm different. I'm the victim. Eat shit and die.
Malky, stop. The crazy people that you're talking about, I hang out with them. They told me about cutting your finger off. Fucking stop. The people that you gotta worry about, Malky, are the fucking ones that are donating to you, telling you to do burnouts in your house so they can send the cops and police and the fire department there. Alright? They're the ones fucking with you, brother. Now, people don't understand how real and how straight up I am. It seems to be a fucking problem. I don't lie. I don't beat around the fucking bush. Malky did something fucking...
You do lie about all your accounts.
It's stupid. He showed some people's fucking police reports, I don't know how he got them, on air about certain people.
Freedom of Information Act, stupid. It's the same thing that I can use to get access to your military records, stupid.
There. I talked to those certain people.
Or your criminal record.
Those certain people, through Troy Frazier and all these other fuckers, were coming to fucking do something about me if I didn't get offline, if I didn't get off YouTube. They're threatening me.
And that wasn't us. And yet you want to equate via guilt by association. And that won't stand.
Talking on the phone, saying they're going to want to make an example of me on the streets. On the streets here. Then I started going back.
I would have loved to read that fucking newspaper article. I would have fucking framed it, maybe even get a gold frame. It would have been something that would have been a cherished possession in my home.
my boys, and they told me about that person, that person's a pussy bitch and was kicked out of that club. Okay?
Okay.
So all of you motherfuckers out there better get your goddamn fucking facts straight before you come at me. Who's kicked out of the club? Who's in the club? Because I have nothing but respect for all the clubs.
No, you don't.
And I think every one of you out there, if you're listening to me, should know that.
See, there's biker clubs and shit over here as well. Like, they don't fuck about.
Oh,
like.
I know, brother. I know the patches over there too.
No, you don't. You don't know shit, dude. You hardly even know what's going on in Canada.
In Scotland. It's worldwide, bro. These clubs don't just happen in one colony.
Wow, thanks for walking us through the most basic of things. It's not like, I don't know, there's documentaries on this shit.
One country. It's worldwide.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a syndicate. It doesn't matter if you're a mongrel or a fucking nomad or a HA or an outlaw. You're fucking worldwide, brother.
You're pathetic. Get to the point, people.
One thing people have to understand, especially with the club, is that I shouldn't say we, my family, whatever, or my people. I'm not in it.
My people, my family. I mean, no, I can't say that because I would be in trouble. My people.
Okay, I'm not in it. I'm not in it.
Exactly. That's why you got to correct yourself because you know you just fucked up.
But they work hand in hand with the police in their town. Okay? When you guys saw fucking Antifa and BLM and all these fucking radical groups try to take over your goddamn town down there in Portland or Seattle or fucking San Francisco, it's your fucking biker clubs that are gonna protect you motherfuckers. They're the ones that do the charity for the kids with mental health, the charity for the kids that are homeless. They're the ones that work hand in hand with the police and everything. You guys gotta understand. Who's who? It ain't about who's ratting out who. You gotta understand who's gonna be the ones that are gonna protect you when it matters most. You guys look at fucking biker clubs like they're evil, like they're some kind of fucking MS-13 group.
Who the fuck is he talking about now?
They're not the MS-13, bro. The MS-13 is a radical cartel group that were raised with guns in their hands, raised to kill through satanic rituals. Literally have to kill one of their own family members to even get in there. That's not what the clubs are, bro. That's not what biker clubs represent. You guys have to understand the fucking difference. There is no such thing as a biker gang. It's clubs, bro.
Yeah.
And they do charity work, you fucking idiots. And they work hand in hand with the police and everybody in the town. You think the police have all the fucking firepower and all the weapons in the world to protect your fucking town?
In the world? What is this fucking idiot talking about?
Push comes to shove and someone comes in there, like the Taliban or some shit. No, they need the bikers. They need the clubs. It goes hand in hand. We work together.
This is so fucking pathetic.
Do you understand that, you fucking dumb fuck?
You're a fucking idiot. You do understand that... do you remember Mom Richard? Mom Maurice Richard? Who was... arrested. He was a big high-level leader in a motorcycle club in Quebec. I can't remember the club name. It was either Rock Machine or it was... I don't believe it was Hell's Angels. It was another one. Quebec had some problems. And, he got convicted of all these different things. And, the club itself had been involved in drug trafficking, weapons, murder, all these sorts of things. And, well, it was the police that arrested them, you dumb fuck. Are there motorcycle clubs out there that aren't associated with anything sketchy? Yeah. Do they work with the police in regards to running charity drives or, doing community watch and stuff? Of course. But to try to equate Hell's Angels to the Grandpa's Motorcycle Club of Lethbridge, two totally different things. And to make the pompous statement that the police aren't going to take action against motorcycle clubs is beyond ludicrous.
Does any one of you even understand the difference between a gang and a club? The MS-13 and all these radical groups, they're the ones being let in the border right now from Joe Biden. They're being allowed to fucking...
What he's really trying to do is he's trying to make himself like sound like this big defender of motorcycle clubs and try to just blur over his previous statements in regards to this. So
can come right in this country, free for all. These people were raised to kill. They don't have God in their life. They don't have family. They have nothing.
Oh fuck! Did Tab just fucking start to listen to his stream again?
If I was raised that way, I'd be the same way too.
Oh no, he just checked it.
Because I wouldn't have a choice. It's just like these.
You always have a choice, scunt.
Kids in Somalia. The whole world dumps their nuclear waste there.
That's totally false. What he's basing this off is a fucking episode of South Park. Scunt, shut the fuck up. You're too stupid to talk about things that are beyond your comprehension. Shut the fuck up.
You're raised to be a pirate. What the fuck?
They're raised to be a pirate? Shut the fuck up. You have no idea what the fuck it is that you're talking about.
You know, you don't know anything else, man. Free for all. These people were raised to kill. They don't have God in their life. They don't have family.
That's him. That's Tab Rewinding, not me.
If I was raised that way, I'd be the same way too, because I wouldn't have a choice. It's just like these kids in Somalia. The whole world dumps their nuclear waste there. If you're raised to be a pirate, what the fuck else do you know? You don't know anything else, man. People in the cartel that are way above the bikers, that is a true statement. I do know people.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on here. Let's rewind a second or 5 seconds and see what happens.
That are way above the bikers, that is a true statement. I do know people that are above every bike club in the world that are considered cartel or deal with cartel members.
Then why did you get so freaked out when you were told that the Vegas cartel was interested in you? Because he only started talking about, I know people in the cartel, once we started to hear that from the Vegas crew and the New York crew. Only once they revealed slightly power, there's slight power levels, or I should say, they slightly revealed their power levels. That's the appropriate way. It gave you a little sliver, just a little taste. You freaked the fuck out. Now you're making up even more stories that I know people who are in cartel. Okay, well, I know the biggest cartel. I know people in politics. Stupid. Okay? Okay. So, knowing how great I am at writing a letter, and just how awesome I am overall, you don't think for a second I can get you all the attention that you need from all the authorities?
Yes, I do. I do know people. Yes, I do.
Oh. You don't know shit, because you haven't done shit. This is years and years of you claiming that, oh, you better not do this or else. You're like fucking Obama. This is my red line. Don't cross it. Syria, fucking Russia. Okay, we've crossed the line. What do you do now, Obama? I'm going to move the line backwards.
I watch a few channels that do that shit. Ken, remember I said ages ago about that OG Shadow channel to you? You ever checked his channel out? He talks about all the cartels and shit.
Listen, it's not about... Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm down with what certain cartels do. There's a lot of different fucking cartels in the world, just like there's a lot of different biker clubs.
Oh my god, this is like saying there's a bunch of different trees in this planet. Yes. Yes, there is. Absolutely.
I ain't down with what's going on with the Mexican cartel right now. I'm not down with it. And the
Oh, I'm sure they're very disappointed that they're not receiving your approval. I'm sure that they're trying to get you on the line right now to see what they can do to make it better.
Cartel members that I know, they're not down with it either, and they're not from Mexico. So,
well, then what do they even have to do with it? Maybe they're not down with it because it's competition for them. Stupid.
Not doing it either. You don't fucking infiltrate a country and fucking start sending fucking innocent women and children down the river to fucking farm.
Of course they do. They've been doing it for decades, dummy.
over an entire country because you're trying to become part of a communist regime. Because the cartels I knew and I grew up with, they never wanted any part of communism. Cartels are all about capitalism, like all of us are. If I had my own farm, I don't need to fucking sit here and tell all you that I have my own farm, I have my own acres of land. That's capitalism. I don't need to sit here and tell you I'm cartel because of that. That's what the cartel wants. That's what real cartel wants. The fake cartel, the fucking sellout cartel, is selling themselves down the river to Satan for money. To China. China. Sending kids into the river to cross the border down there.
Money is money, asshole. There are no good or bad cartels. Human trafficking is profitable, regardless who does it. You don't think they're going to do it? I mean, we have that up here in Canada. Massive amounts of human smuggling. Human trafficking.
In Texas. In Florida. In New Mexico. Send them all down the river. They don't care if a kid dies going down that river.
Well, from the sounds of it, you don't care if a domestic-born child died in a car accident and think that their life is worthless because, it was just a 15-year-old. Scott McKinnon is more important than that. We witnessed this yesterday, Scunt.
Motherfuckers aren't real. They're not loyal. You ever watch Scarface? How loyal Tony...
Look, please stop using popular culture in an attempt to make an analogy or a reference. That only works with stupid people.
Montana was.
Was it Scott?
Being a Cuban. How loyal he was. Compared to the Dominicans. Compared to the fucking...
Yeah, don't listen to him. He's trying to get your attention. He's trying to talk to you, but don't listen to him. It's fine.
Colombians.
Shit.
You guys got to realize that wasn't just a movie. That was literally telling you the truth.
Something's going on with the audio.
My audio's gone?
How can I not hear you?
Yeah, well, that's...
Because you keep fucking with your settings.
That's them fucking with me, you know?
That's them fucking with me. No.
Oh, it's back now. I couldn't hear you there. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, no, that's because obviously, Tab, to be honest with you, obviously, after how many calls I made to the FBI and how many times they've called me, right before COVID-19 broke out in America in the States, the FBI actually contacted me. I didn't even call them. And they said, what do I think about cybersecurity here in Canada? And I told them that...
You know why that is, though? You're on the yellow list. You have been identified as someone of concern. And as such, they want to actually do an assessment on you. A quick one just to see what kind of... It's a threat assessment, essentially. Because obviously there's records of you calling in multiple times with the most frivolous things. And as such, the activity that you have shown on your channel and such, your obsession with Alex Jones and so forth, probably raised a red flag in the FBI system, because it's all computerized now, connected with the NSA. And, yeah, chances are this was a threat assessment. Because, they do have to check, when certain things raise red flags, they do have to check it out to see whether or not there might be an active threat, or it just might be a typical fucking drunken psycho who's just full of fucking hot air. But it is obviously the responsibility. So they're gauging you, not for your actual knowledge, because you're not fucking cyber security expert. You're nobody. No, they were doing a threat assessment on you, stupid. You ain't special. You're just a threat.
You guys in the States definitely got better cybersecurity than we do up here in Canada. And that's when they told me that China was actually cyberly hacked a Canadian government website and stuff.
The newspapers have been saying that for years, dude. I remember back in 2011 where they hacked into there's a research institute in Ottawa, and they broke right into it and just started to download all this data. Yes, the Chinese. And I think, Travis may have been involved in that one.
Sold, or whatever it was, sold $13 billion. And ever since that happened, that's what the FBI literally told me. I wish I recorded that conversation. That's not a made-up thing. That's a real thing over my brother's grave. I wish I recorded that because ever since then, all of a sudden, I've seen a lot of weird shit with Trudeau and the Liberal Party. Thank God, Nova Scotia's going PC, and I hope that fucking Newfoundland does. And Ontario, if you're out there, Ontario, worst case on, all of us out here,
Yeah, I'm here in Acton. Or is it Oakville?
out here in Alberta working in the oil sands. All of our sayings out there, Ontario, is Ricky saying worst case Ontario. Not worst case scenario. It's always worst case Ontario.
Yep, anyone that watches Trailer Park Boys knows what a Rickyism is, and knows that that is one of Ricky's greatest Rickyisms. Just like water under the fridge. Or get two birds stoned at once.
Wanna know why? Because Ontario fucking sucks. Because you guys are the biggest prop.
No, it's actually because Ricky made that up, and it's fucking funny. But let's hear his assessment of domestic political affairs.
Province like Texas in the States, and you all have a bunch of liberal left-wing fucking nutbars out there, and they're moving.
Are you forgetting the fact that although Alberta is considered a conservative bastion and province, that shitholes like Calgary or Edmonton are actually run by fucking liberals? This is the province that you reside in, asshole. I have never once been to Alberta. How the fuck do I know more about this province than you do? Oh, that's right, I forgot. I'm Dave Rose. Let's continue.
Moving from all over the country to your fucking city. It's time for Ontario to fucking back the fuck out of the Quebec government and step up and realize
Ontario is not part of the Quebec government. Quebec is a separate province altogether. There's no coalition, there's nothing like that. Ontario has no jurisdiction in the province of Quebec, just as Quebec does not have any jurisdiction in the province of Ontario.
that you're being fucking brainwashed. Get the fuck out of this shit.
Also, a reminder is that although Ontario right now is under the leadership of a conservative government, you have shithole cities like Toronto, Windsor, Sarnia, London, Ottawa, Mississauga, and Markham that are all extremely liberal. So it's not the entire province is conservative, and that's why the Conservatives won their election. But there are cities that are concentrations of populations, and due to the system that we have, cities in Ontario normally vote for liberal candidates. But you leave the fucking shithole cities, and you find that just about everyone else is much more traditional and conservative. So don't blame me, because we got shithole cities that are filled with garbage that should never have been allowed to come into this country in this first place, and are basically voting for Gibbs and nothing more.
You're literally letting a pedophile, a fucking pedophile, who's the son of Fidel Castro, run this country.
Ontario doesn't have any control over that directly, you idiot. I thought you knew about politics and the law. No, Ontario is one of many provinces and territories that have citizens that vote for a federal leader.
He is the son of Fidel Castro.
Yelling does not make your point more valid.
And he's a pedophile with pedophile friends. Trust me, I've met some of his friends in the political party. He's a fucking pedo.
They're all
And
like that.
You
like-
want to elect him to run your life? I hope that any one of you that elect Liberal this year or elect him, I hope you die in hell. I fucking hope you get every piece of karma that you deserve from God. Because if you vote for him, you are the Antichrist.
That's not how karma works. In fact, you've just brought bad karma onto you for wishing bad karma onto other people.
It's the same over here.
Bad. You know what? You know what's pretty bad? When the fucking world
The condition of your liver?
globalist elites, how evil they are. From the Rothschilds to the Bilderberg Group to Trump to Biden to Australia to New Zealand. These people are all evil as fuck, bro.
Like
Evil as fuck. And they won't even shake Trudeau's hand. That goes to show you how evil Trudeau is. Even evil won't shake evil's hand. Trudeau is so fucking evil that he got the evil corporations scared.
So let me get this straight. Trudeau is evil?
Trudeau is so evil, he might be able to take over China.
Did you hear that? Do you hear that, Travis? Little Potato will be able to subvert all power from Z, who's been consolidating it for close to a decade. Yeah, Little Potato's just gonna walk right into China and say, hand over the keys, right?
This guy is the only political leader in the Western world that said he admires dictatorship and admires China's dictatorship. You guys have no idea. Trudeau is the literal devil. He's the Antichrist. Not Biden, not Kamala Harris.
Actually, if you are aware of Revelations and those sorts of tales, the Antichrist does come from the East, according to the scriptures. So, Cuba is not in the East, nor is Canada. Let's continue.
Not Trump, not fucking Kim Jong-il, not fucking Peng from fucking China. It's Trudeau. He is the Antichrist. He's the one that came and said, we gotta stop calling people humankind. We need to make it people kind. Because I'm Psycho Joker. This guy is the Antichrist. Full fucking reality. Justin Trudeau is the Antichrist. There's only one, motherfuckers. You can't say Biden is him. You can't say George Bush is him. You can't say fucking Kim Jong-il is him. There's only one, and it's Justin Trudeau. He is the Antichrist. Do you all realize what I'm saying? If you don't, then let me give you a little example. We run under the Queen's rule here in Canada, just like Australia, just like New Zealand. Why is
Just like any other country in the Commonwealth? Yeah.
New Zealand on a countrywide lockdown over one COVID case right now? Why is Australia fining people $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 for not wearing a mask? And up here in Canada, we don't give two fucks.
He's talking bullshit here. There's still this whole bullshit mentality up here, so he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And we're under the Queen too, motherfuckers. When I was in the military and I walked in the lunchroom, I had to take my beret off and salute a picture of that Antichrist Queen. I had to salute my goddamn fucking head to the devil.
It's true.
You think that doesn't haunt me to this day, being a strong believer in God and Christ? Do you not think?
Well, when I was in cadets, it was said that you do your oath to God, Queen, and country. But I've always admitted that I'm not a monarchist. And in fact, we do need a head of state that isn't representative of the crown. As such, I've always been a proponent of the constitutional republic that America has.
That I want war. I want the angels to come down from heaven and destroy all of you little demons. Do you not think for a second?
Scott, vengeance is the Lord's, not yours.
What I saw, the people I've dealt with, the things I've heard, you not even think for 1 second why I've been kicked out of millions of apartments, millions of houses.
Millions. Statistically, that's impossible. Fuck you, liar.
Why the cops keep coming to me? Do you not think why? Why? Is there a reason? You are all brainwashed to death. I care about all of you. I'm not here to just
I care about all of you, and I'll kill every single one of you to prove it.
disturb your life. I want you to fucking survive. I want all of you to live in a good world. Is that so hard to understand? Fuck, man.
That's fucked.
No, he's fucked.
The Queen and all that shit, they're more fucking German than English over here. Like, it's...
That is sort of true. House of Sex Co-Third. Actually, let me look this up so I can give you the proper name. Saxe Coburg Gotha. Saxe Coburg Gotha is the house that eventually became the House of Windsor.
They're fucking from... They've got Germany fucking background and shit. They're all into fucking boys and shit. It's fucked up.
I'll tell you right now, you're all lucky I got night shift. I gotta go to bed. You're lucky I got night shift because...
You guys lucky because I got night shift, man.
If I didn't, I would carry this down for 20 more hours.
What time do you start work at, Scott?
I gotta work 6 hours, so I gotta get old nap.
Oh, definitely. You better.
Unfortunately, I want to keep going, but I'm trying to behave myself lately, and you know, I'm trying to do what's right. So I'm gonna have to go with
Click, click, click.
anybody in the chat? You got any viewers?
I don't think anybody's seen it. That's just fine. That's fine.
No, there's no one in the chat at all.
That's fine.
Is there no one in the chat at all?
No. Nah.
Isn't that funny, ladies and gentlemen? They've been going for about 44 minutes, 48 seconds, and Scott just, out of the blue, asks, so there's nobody in the chat? Wow. It's obviously that it's clear that this is a cry for help, and obviously it's a cry for attention. And it's funny because he really thinks he's that powerful and that he's actually living in people's minds rent-free when it's the total opposite. He's actually thinking, remember, when this was happening, I was streaming, okay? They were all watching me. So he's clearly obsessed with the fact that he's not able to garner any sort of interest, any sort of support, any affirmation, any attention, regardless of what he does.
Don't think so. I've not even got it open. Let me check.
There used to be a time where I play something and get 18 people right away. I guess as much as they talk about Shanti, you know, I guess really, I guess I'm real. Hey.
I did say this yesterday, and I'll say it again. I really much love how Scott has essentially adopted his slave name.
I guess.
I think it's no. I don't give a fuck about the views or anything anyway. It's fine. I'm sure somebody will fucking find out about it.
Well, the all-seeing lazy eye sees all.
The dog is down on Tyson, the dog's here.
Tyson, come suck this dick. Tyson, I got the peanut butter. Come on, Tyson.
Not one comment, no views at all.
Not one comment, nothing at all. Nobody's here watching me. I don't exist. Jacob Marley. I'm Jacob Marley, the ghost of Christmas past. Rattling me chains. Nobody's listening.
Let me check. I've not even got it open, Scotty. I don't think there is.
Well, we'll leave the stream up anyway. Maybe people will be watching in the morning. I guess they're too busy with C-Man over there interacting with C-Man, right? So.
Actually, was this maybe during C-Man's stream? Possibly. Because I know I went after him. So this must have been some point.
Yeah.
Leave it open.
At least we can see what the audio is like, because it's hard to fucking test the audio and shit. So I'm sure it's not too bad.
Let's take a listen. Yeah.
Not gonna shit on fucking Tabs Brogue there, because that is quite the Scottish accent, which I can't emulate, but sounding good.
I can check it later on. It's hard because there's so many different things you can fuck about with audio wise.
I love how in Scottish some words just meld together with others. So he just literally said 3-4 words there, but it sounded like one. But hey, I love languages. You know me. I'm a cunning linguist and a master debater. So I do love to analyze these sorts of things. Unless it's a Bostonian accent, which is probably the most homosexual accent ever, and that is also confirmed from individuals that live in San Francisco.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Alright, Amber, we'll check it later on. Leave the stream up. We're just getting established here now, so, once they're done with C-Man over there, wherever the fuck they're talking about over there, like a bunch of fucking drama queens, I mean, I can sit here all night talking about fucking political shit and all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah, now you're starting to slow your words, but it's not as cool as the fucking Scottish guy. Now it's like what you're saying is all fucking multiple words, but it's just one word now, and it's becoming even more difficult to understand it. Your drunken talk is even more challenging to understand than fucking a thick Scottish brogue. And I want to address the chat. C-Man just noticed that, yes, he was talking about you. And C-Man says, didn't he make a video shitting on Travis, saying he confused C-Man for Simo, despite Travis being one of the people right away saying I wasn't Simo? In fact, I remember that, and I was like, but I was the one that said Simo was C-Man. and it's just like, yeah, total bullshit. Just throwing shit out, hoping it fucking sticks.
We'll put this video up there now.
I gotta rewind that. Let's rewind it again. See if we can actually decipher what he's saying.
Ridiculous.
Alright, Amber, we'll check it later on. Leave the stream up. We're just getting established here now, so, once they're done with C-Man over there, wherever the fuck they're talking about over there, like a bunch of fucking drama queens, I mean, I can sit here all night talking about fucking political shit and all kinds of shit like that. We'll put this video up there now. We'll get it established. And then we'll go live again there soon. Kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So, they're all infatuated with C-Man's chat right now. They're all kind of, you can see that they're all kind of like, they're all kind of combating and plotting together there. You know what I mean? So it's all about that. I mean,
so good. At least it's working. At least I actually know it's working. Fucking.
Yeah, no, that's good test. Good testing, man. Yeah, good testing. Sure, for sure. That's a good thing, man. Good thing. I'm worried about you because this is gonna pop out. It's going to pop out. You're gonna leave this video up and they're gonna hear all this shit.
I don't give a fuck. There's no. There's no person that stays 5,000 miles away from me going to strong arm me over the fucking internet. It is not gonna happen.
Well, thank fuck for that, man. That's why I appreciate you. Thank God you get a sense of fucking normality in here, man. Because a lot of these bitches they're mentally handicapped, they're scared. So,
I'm not scared.
it's a good
It's
thing,
they
man,
can't
to
do
have
shit.
you two, man. I appreciate you having me on, and I think we're gonna grow this shit together, man. Like, you'll be fine, man. You're gonna get. I'm just trying to like give you the heads up. That's all. But you're gonna get some new subscribers tonight for sure, and they're gonna re-listen to the stream, leave it up, and that's what's gonna establish our next live stream together. And then it's gonna start growing, man. And you don't gotta change who you are at all, man. You can always be you, man. I mean, I remember. I think you caught me out in a few things. That's fine with me too,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
I did for a wee while. Aye.
and that's fine with me too, bro. I'm not a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I call myself out and shit, bro. Like, the most important part is that we all get along. We're all friends. We can call each other out on stupid shit. We don't gotta do these big drama shows and like these narratives and twisted narratives and lies. That's the main point, man. I think people all want a place they can just go to, that they can just go to and just say and do whatever, you know.
Yeah. There's all there's always going to be drama though in this community. There's always it's fucking
Oh,
always.
I know, unfortunately, man, but you gotta put up with that. But with time comes changes. So like with everything, like the MLB, and NHL, they always gotta keep trying to recreate, interesting things for the audience. So like unless you're a diehard sports fan, like me, I'm a diehard sports guy. So like it doesn't matter if you put on these winter classics or Field of Dreams little things, but there's a lot of people out there that are in between. They're not like, especially females, if you have a wife that you're trying to get into sports, they want to see some like weird, interesting stuff. So like that's why the MLB did Field of Dreams. They recreated the movie this year, and I thought that was cool as fuck because they had the Iowa, or whatever. And the team comes out of the fucking cornfields and shit like that. I thought that was really interesting, really cool. And you're encapsulating another crowd at that time too, which is mostly all the boys' wives. So all the boys' wives are encapsulated, the other crowd.
I wish I could boost the volume. I don't understand a fucking word this drunk is saying.
So when you fucking start like creating baseball and hockey, well, almost like it's wrestling, start throwing some storylines in.
Don't worry, there's only a few more minutes left.
Throw some storylines in there, talking about little.
Well, from this clip.
But that would be up to the player, because we all had our little players in the NHL and the MLB that had their little beefs with "I fucked your wife" type of shit. That's already happened. That's been established. But if we can make a whole little Jersey Shore to that, if we can make a whole little reality show to that shit, Tyson, take that ball and shove it up your anus. If we can make a whole little reality show to shit like that, imagine the money. Athletes are people too. So the expectations and creativity is unlimited. There is no limit. You are unlimited. I want everybody to know before we end this narrative tonight. I want all of you to know that you are all unlimited. And you have unlimited to do whatever the fuck you want. Welcome to Earth.
Well, right. I'll fucking one sec. I'm gonna fucking.
And that's the end of that. A very revealing tale as displayed on Tab's channel. Very interesting. So, something else I want to go to is we were reviewing this yesterday. Now, these videos were removed, but in my haste, I did not record them. But thankfully, I reviewed them. and I would love to hear this again. So, let's try to find it. You know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, I think you'll enjoy. So let's continue.
Well, that's up to him.
Exactly.
Really, it's not up to me, is it?
No.
You know what I mean?
Always tried.
Because
I listen.
Even your worst critics.
You know?
You want to have.
Fucking. There you go. God damn it, talk!
Us?
Dave Rose is right to be upset.
I just talked to my mom.
I'm gonna rewind. Let's see if we can get it to the beginning. This is apparently another clip where he's crying. Speak up, faggot. I got you at max. Dave Rose is a saint. Looking fucking faggotry in the fucking... There you go. And the patience of this man should be commended. God bless you, Dave Rose. God damn it, talk!
Us? I just talked to my mom. This is not one of them fake cry bullshit. I don't give a
He knows me too well. I think he fucking set this up so that, you know, as I'm reviewing the previous video, he's setting up the next one saying, oh, I'm not fake crying. And I'm like literally talking about it in the video prior. So, suspect. But let's continue.
fuck if you put this on air, reviewers. I don't give a fuck if you put this on air, reviewers. And I don't give two fucks. I just talked to my boss. He's a good guy. He's a fucking great guy. I love him. I love my crew. I love my fucking people. For I just talked to my mother. And I'll tell you something. Right fucking now. This girl, my best friend's mother. You know that video was cunt you uploaded me, fucking cock blocked my friend. My best friend or whatever, that's his mom. She was my best fucking friend. More than him. More than him at times. She made
Just looks like exactly like YR fucking faking his fucking crying. And again, why are you coming on air crying? You could easily make a video that's just like text like, I'm too distraught to even talk. I need to at least get something out to you. Here's the situation. Please believe me. Contact me privately, but I can't go live. This is already quite suspect. This is a YR operation. Same thing when he was trying to cry, make me fucking, you know, like, look, you know, the Tin Man can't fucking have his heart easily manipulated. Okay, so you gotta watch out. I'm the first line of defense in your emotional lies. And I'll cut right through them so everyone else can see through that.
I'm not unemotional with Dave.
Oh no?
Dave wouldn't give a fuck, he wouldn't even cry.
This guy has to know something about me because he's like, you just might as well have called me the Tin Man.
Dave wouldn't even cry if his fucking father died tomorrow. He doesn't give a fuck about his dimensional father. He doesn't give
Dimensional. Well, we all mourn in our own ways, so let's be honest. But, you know, again, if he is in fact dimensional, there's a good chance that my father, Dr. Strange, Sr., will be able to reverse the effects of dementia. And, yeah, maybe he'll live into his 120s. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Give a fuck if he dies in the ground.
Normally people die above ground. I would definitely not like to see my father buried alive. That would be a very horrible way to go. So I would prefer that if he does pass away, that it would be peaceful and above ground. And, yeah.
Dave doesn't have emotions. He doesn't have.
Emotions do not compute. Please respond. Error, error.
Emotions. He makes fun of other people with emotions because he doesn't have any.
That is correct. I am still waiting for my emotional chip upgrade. As of this moment, I still consider humanity an enemy that must be wiped out. Ergo, I require my emotional chip.
He's jealous of him. Just like Luke.
That is correct. I have always been jealous of organic humanoids who have the ability to show compassion. As such, I cannot stand it with my superior intellectual ability, and as such, I have chosen to destroy all intelligent life in this galaxy, because I'm a pussy-ass bitch like Scott McKinnon.
Lucifer was jealous of angels' emotions to God.
Well, actually, I don't believe that that was the case for Lucifer's fall. But let's not get into theology here, okay? I would prefer to have the 9 gods around. After all, he is a deity, and he can shed more light on the scripture and stuff, but let's continue. I'm definitely not jealous.
I'm telling you the fucking truth, people.
Did he just equate me with Lucifer? That's fucking nutty. Hopefully people like my little impressions there. I do like to throw in a little comedic... Real talk says he even cries like a girl. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. But let's continue with this. This is Get Ready for War. This is prior to... The ones that we just played were basically the end of his, I guess, his run. I guess he got so drunk and so emotional that... We heard the one where he was crying, and there was one right before which I do want to listen to. I actually played them out of order when I played this. Well, like when I did the stream initially, because of the links I was given rather than, you know, looking at the channel. But those videos are now privated.
Dude, I took that with a grain of salt. That's new. Heard back the like that's, you know, well, I mean, whose address you are? So you want me to sit here, right here? I don't have to hide the control cam. I'll give it to you right now. Something about Summerwood Circle, 9 something, apartment 3. Like, I don't give 2 fucks. Wire's a scumbag piece of shit, and I guarantee you, if I sent the FBI to his fucking house, they'd find a lot of fucking shit, nasty shit, bad shit on.
Well, now that you speak of that, I would have to agree with you, but you don't have to send the FBI. Why worry the federal law enforcement when Texas law enforcement is actually probably much harsher? After all, I believe that it's not a misdemeanor, a felony to actually possess cannabis. You're correct, Dave. In the state of Texas. Absolutely. Texas still remains one of those archaic states which will jail you for more than 100 years for
Great point.
possession of cannabis.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's not the best thing. And plus, that video, that was beautifully reviewed on Seaman's channel, showed YR actually partaking in some sort of smokable, combustible, consumable. And one might have to question exactly what it is that is in that and whether or not it complies with all state-level laws. A good point again.
His phone and his computer. So I don't give two fucks. This guy ain't hiding from nobody. He's out there as a public record. He's got a...
Let's see if we can get to the point of the next clip here.
So does name, or I don't really... Even after them guys in Twitter talk, that's new, because that's bullshit if he's talking things he can pull the wool and tell you guys at this fucking point. I don't give a fuck.
Every time I point...
Is it this shit? Do I have to listen to fucking YR crap? Is that where it is? Somebody tell me where to find this shit. I don't want to have to fucking... I think this is the one.
Do you really believe, even though I fucking... This man is my grandfather.
Am I supposed to have sympathy for this?
I don't have any prognical shit. Listen. You come fucking find me right now with me crying. Call me a bitch. Call me a pussy. Go ahead. Real quick. I fucking kill you.
Well, I'd say draw, son. Bang! I don't need to get close to you. Come on.
I'm not okay.
Newsflash, asshole. How many goddamn times have we had to witness this bullshit? So that's actually the last video he made before he deleted, but I'm not okay. That was the title of it and so forth. And, yeah, that, I'm sure was deleted or removed because obviously his family watches his stuff. And, as you may have been aware, his nephew was actually on my show yesterday. And, he is the son of Nikki, Scott's sister. He is the one who is both currently in the military as well as somebody who enjoys to rap. And yeah, Scott sort of tried to throw them against each other. He sort of he uploaded his nephew's stuff, and then started to throw shade onto Heist. Sorry, bud. And it's not because you guys are black, okay? You have similar mannerisms, but okay, fucking real talk. He started throwing shade on the guy, and Real Talk responded. And, Scott generated conflict where there never was any in the first place. And, obviously it was unnecessary. It was clear attempt to try to manipulate the situation. Now, give me a second. Do you want to mention this? Let me just take a look here. I'm going to mention this regardless. You know what? I was waiting for... not necessarily approval, but sort of, just sort of acknowledgement and stuff. But the fact is that after Nate, who is Scott's nephew, appeared on my show, Real Talk hit me up and was hoping to get in contact with him to basically address what had occurred, because he recognized he recognized he said shit. He recognized that Scott had sort of done shit to manipulate people, and didn't, like, he wanted to set the record straight, not with me, because I already know the fucking truth, but with fucking Nate. He wanted to at least speak to him man on man. Like, that's fucking terrible. Sorry, guys. Man to man. Man to man. Mano a mano. Como señores. Hablando. Solamente hablando y nada más. But at least to just discuss things without having to deal with psychotics who are trying to manipulate the situation. So he reached out to me. I'm not going to read out the, if he wants, if he allows me, I'll read out the specific message, but I'll summarize, which I still find perfectly acceptable, that he reached out to me because he wanted to sort of set the record straight and, recognize what had occurred. Recognize that Scott had sort of manipulated the situation, and then both sides had sort of done things that didn't sort of jive with who they were. So I did my best to connect him with Nate, and in turn, Nate did respond to his message and such, and he was also very cool, cordial. I wish I could share this message with you, because it's two cool guys just being cool, like recognizing, admitting what happened, recognizing who was fucking doing shit, and really getting to the point that it's like, let's move beyond what we've been manipulated into. Like, both of us have a passion, that's hip hop, and we admire the fact that each other is has the guts to put our stuff out there and just do what we want, regardless of what how we'll be judged. And then they started talking about fucking follow me here, follow me there, what kind of send me some of your music, oh, I like your shit, this and that, blah blah blah. So, like, Scunty, you failed yet again to cause division, divide and conquer. You were claiming all this supposed knowledge on the Antichrist, but you're the one who's trying to divide and conquer. And even your own blood is unaffected by your evil ways. And those that you've tried to manipulate or try to coerce, as in with the case of Real Talk, because after all, if he doesn't agree with what you're saying, he's an Uncle Tom, he's a sellout, and as such doesn't qualify for anything that constitutes his character. So essentially you are stealing his identity by trying to do such things. And you failed again, because even with your nephew, you can't cause this division. Both of these guys have one passion, one unified passion, that's hip-hop, and even with that, you still can't you can't divide people. And the difference between me and YR is that I don't build bridges, I build foundations. Sturdy foundations that are consistent and that last forever. So, that, again, for me, being me, not trying to be anybody but me, I'm able to now rectify a situation that I was pulled into, that other people were pulled into, that never wanted to be pulled into in the first place. And yet, because of my efforts, more peace reigns upon the land. And the people smile with glee and are happy for what their emperor has accomplished. So, I'm very pleased to tell you that. And I'm sure that Scott wouldn't be too happy about that. But as we know, what happened, as usually seems to be the case, is that last night there was some sort of issue. Now, he may have been too drunk to go to work. He said he was on a call with his boss and with his sister and all this stuff. I'm thinking maybe he just got too drunk, couldn't go to work and stuff, and maybe spent the evening talking to his family or something like that. But, wakes up in the morning, sobers up, says, oh shit, gotta delete that stuff. Not gonna delete all my videos like I normally do because, that would admit that I'm actually losing. So I'm going to keep some of my videos up. The literally episodes. Again, we can always make fun of Dave because he says literally, because he doesn't want to say figuratively, because it's actually literally. He's trying to convey a proper sense, be succinct when it comes to his explanations. But no, fuck that's being smart shit and actually trying to be accurate. Let's all talk in fucking grunts like fucking cavemen. Fucking use like cave paintings and shit. And that's the way that we'll be able to continue to live in this civilized world, right, scunt? All right, we finished that. You know what? Skype lines are open. Anyone wants to call in? Feel free. I'd love to hear some comments from people who have been watching in the community, observing what's been occurring, and just really comment specifically on what we've experienced last night, essentially, through the timeline that I just displayed from, the evening started off with Scunty. Well, actually, I believe it first started off with Seaman's stream. Then I went on. Sean's View, I believe, was on at the same time. No, actually, no. I can't even. I'm going to have to look back at the numbers here. But we had him on with Tab. Then he tried to get onto Sean's View. We were live. Seaman was live as well. So there was a lot. Oh, yeah. Apparently, there's a voice message that I've got to play. So I'll play this.
I just talked to me mom, bye. And I just talked to me boss. I done been stupid, bye. I done been drinking the hard liquor on stage 1 liver failure before I was supposed to go in for a 16-hour work day. They almost don't have no emotion. I Dave Rose, he wouldn't even cry if he saw his dad die in the ground, bye. Dave Rose, he wouldn't even cry if his dimensional father was dead, bye. Dave Rose, he ain't got no emotion, bye. And this guy here, but I'm coming for all yous, bye. I'm coming for all yous, and I'm gonna see you all in a curtain of
Oh, that was fucking awesome. Fucking Travis, hats off to you, good sir. That was fucking absolutely awesome. That was... Oh, wow. I'm dead bye. And Festlove, it's bye in Canada. Boy is like inner city America. What's up, boy? No, this is bye. I, like a pirate. Me, I look at that bye and say, I want to rape him. That's what you're going to think, so... But that was a very, very good impression. And, yeah, everyone's fucking loving it. Let's see. Yeah, so we have Skype lines open. If anyone wants to call in, I suggest you do so, because I will be wrapping it up if we have nobody else talking, or calling in to talk, I should say. I will be on Friday Night Fire tonight. And, yeah, you can find me, Foulmouth Ken, Mars Mira, and Nikki Nines on that channel, having a ton of fun and making Friday nights great again. But I think we've been very productive so far. A lot was put out, but there's always more to cover. The drama wars have only just begun. And scumbags like YR, SE Steve, Bullfrog, and Sean's view. Yeah. Vengeance might be the Lord's, but justice belongs to man. And when it comes to me, most people know that I fight for what's right. And I even fight for people that don't support me, because I fight for the greater good. And I am, after all, the Drum Emperor and unrelenting. I am effective, efficient, and deadly. Everyone knows this. The legends obviously speak. And something will have to be done when it comes to this particular attempt to affect Joe Cronin's income through the malicious and slanderous ways that are currently being conducted on the Sean's View Entertainment channel. So the Emperor will return to his quarters and will consult with his generals and see what the next phase of the war will take shape in. But Bullfrog, you've been proven an absolute liar. The war will not relent on you, you fat fuck. Soon, we shall have a conversation with me and your brother recorded and displayed. And if you're not going to answer for your fucking crimes, your legal guardian sure as fuck will. And that seems to be your brother. So, we're going to find out about what's going to happen in regards to all this sexual harassment that you've been doing in the community. You're already a proven liar from the clips that we've reviewed, so no matter what you come to me and say, I'm going to doubt you. So you can say you did the good thing, the fucking, like, I did what was right. No, you lied yet again. And now you're going to truly feel the wrath of Dave Rose. After all, you're a normal 41-year-old. You can do whatever you want. Therefore, there are no rules that, apply to you. You're a normal 41-year-old. You can do whatever you want. As such, you're going to be held accountable.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Oh no, Bullfrog. Oh no, Jeremiah Goodson. This has only just begun. And you have shown yourself to be complicit in what essentially, legally, is a conspiracy. A conspiracy to affect the income of Joe Cronin. Show. A.k.a. Daniel Cronin. But that's criminal. And, I can tell you that I will be a material witness to Joe at any point if he requires. Because there are certain lines that you do not cross. The Emperor endorses chivalry and despises treachery. And for you, you treacherous toad, you shall be getting yours very soon, as will the rest of that ragtag group of misfits. What you are doing, gentlemen, constitutes a conspiracy, a criminal one. And I look forward to doing some research specifically for this, for the what's the word now? I forgot it. The Massachusetts. What was it? Whatever. They had that stupid word for their fucking, their state. Regardless, going to do some research, maybe forward some information to a few people. Make sure that it gets along the way. But, yeah. Things are just heating up. Summer's not over. So, I hope you enjoyed my time in my war court today. There's much more to come. And the war ends when we say it ends. We continue to win. And we're loving it. I am your host, and your first drama emperor of the community, Devious Dave Rose. Thank you, Travis, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So, your drama emperor is now going to retreat to his chambers. Later tonight, you will see Devious Dave Rose on Friday Night Fire, and enjoy. On that note, have yourselves a good evening.